I had a whole conversation. I had a whole conversation and I was muted the whole dang time. Oh my god. All right, I'm gonna start this all over. It's just lives. Like I always do something. I messed up. But we're talking about Life of Chloe Nova's here. Hi, Life of Chloe Nova. Hi, Lynn. Sorry, I was muted the whole time. I was kind of I was trying to make a list of things to talk about, maybe some questions and answers. No, no, it was me, Uncle Dave. How you doing? Uh, I'm not the greatest at doing lives. Um, I don't know what can I say. I'm not a professional like Jen is. She is she's the best at doing lives. I, I wasn't even looking down because it will say mute. I didn't even know I was muted. Uh, Hi Jen. Uh, Jen's taking Chloe for a ride, going around, um, going around town. But the questions are: we have coming up. We have Maine coming up. We're going to be in Massachusetts and Maine coming up, and we want to see like what um yeah I don't know, yeah. Thank you. Oh god, I almost just want to cancel this. How embarrassing. So we want to see like what you guys want to see in Maine. I've been there most of my childhood. We used to try to go up there at least every year, uh, as I was closer to Maine. When I was in Massachusetts, because I was born and raised in Massachusetts, we would go to Maine as a vacation during the summertime. So um, we try to go up there now that I live in Texas. We try to go up there every year, at least to like check out to spend time with family first of all, but to see the sights and everything else. So yeah, we were just wanting to see like what you want to see. There might be some pop up lives. There might be more content that I didn't show last time when we went to Maine, because we do have videos of that. Um, I don't have the link for it, but we surprised my mom. We didn't even tell anybody when we went up to Maine. It was kind of awesome. But yeah, that's one of the questions. Let's see who else made it in here. Hey Lisa, I'll try not to. It's rough in these live streets. And then uh let's see. The other filling up the bucket. Hey, how's it going? How you doing? Hey, traveling check. Uh hey, Scratch and Pete. It's just me messing up in the beginning already. Oh yeah, Nightbot, thank you. Make sure to type in hashtag nation for your channel link to appear in the chat. If people aren't subscribed to each other, make sure to connect with each other. There's wonderful content out there you can definitely check out. Jennifer says, "Welcome in, everyone. Happy Sunday." It has been a pretty good Sunday. I didn't do much. I relaxed mostly. Oh, the Bud Files is in. Hey, Bud Files. Saying hi, Pete. Phil in the Bucket says, "Hey, Scratch and Pete. Just saw you." Yeah, there you go. Traveling check. Hashtag nation. I got you on the board right here. Check out his stuff. He's got really cool stuff. He's got a bunch of diving experiences. Very exciting. I'm doing my best. I'm trying. In the beginning, I didn't really know what to talk about. So this is kind of off the dome, so to speak. Yep, there you go. Hashtag Nation. Everybody connect. Let's see. What was my other question? Oh, my other question is, what? Oh, Alice is here. Hello, Alice. After watching all these young channels working together, boosting each other, I may start a little one and see how it goes. Yeah, definitely. And this community, if you have any questions about it, not only you don't have to you can get with me or anybody. We're pretty open. I mean, we're not gonna hide any secrets on how to create good content. We try to help where we can. So yeah, and eventually you'll start. I don't know if you ever think about going live or anything and trying to introduce your channel. That's a great way to start too, as well. Um, my my advice would be to find your niche and just uh, see do something that you enjoy doing and that you love to do. Everybody's saying hi. Which is great. Um, let's see. All right, so I'll rehash what I said earlier, because there's a lot more people in here now. Let me go through the chat. This is so awesome to hear. Uncle Dave, Brooklyn in the house. Um, Brooklyn in the house, y'all. Y'all, que pasa, Mateo? Yeah, definitely. You want to feel encouraged. You want to see, uh, you know, not only that people are enjoying your content and people are enjoying you. You don't want to have that standoffish personality. I kind of suffer from that. I'm a little bit of a introvert. Um, People, too much people, it kind of it's kind of a lot to take in. Um, hey, Warmstrong, what's up? Uh, you missed it. I was on mute. I was on mute for the first 2 minutes, I think. Uncle Dave, I'm a cruiser and an avid fisherman at heart. So we'll see. Hey, you could do both of those. Um, I've seen a lot of, especially on TikTok, you'll see a lot of people fishing. They'll find like lakes or even ocean, like deep sea fishing. A lot of people enjoy that. You can find it a lot on TikTok and on YouTube. Let's see. um, oh, everybody's saying hi. Bill, Pete. Um, let's see. Everybody's saying hi to Bill. Hey, Bill. Yeah, get that. Yep. Eddie says get that channel going. Hey, Pete. Hey, Pete. Everybody's saying hi to Pete. So I'll rehash what I said. My first question is, what would you like to see in Maine? Would you like to see more lives? Do you want to see the area? As I've grown up in and around that area, in the New England area, we vacation there a lot. So in the summertime, uh, so we try to make a point to go out at least once a year to Massachusetts and Maine area, and there's a lot of sights to see, a lot of really good food, which I look forward to. Um, it's just a very natural place. What? Let's see. Uncle Dave says live lobster fishing. Yeah, so like there is tons of. I probably won't go live lobster fishing. I don't know if we have the time for that, but there are some areas that you can get some really good lobster rolls, and they'll have the live lobster right there, kind of at the aquarium. How they used to do it back in the day at I don't know, like Walmart or any other grocery store in those areas, and they're fresh. Uh, they have probably some of the best lobster rolls I've ever had in Maine. Um, they, there's also like um, a center we usually go to uh, that has a really like a lot of cool stuff. It's been there for a very long time. Uh, the Goldenrod, it's an ice cream lunch dinner place. We've gone since I was a child. The ice cream is phenomenal. The hot fudge is awesome, and they make taffy. You can watch them create taffy outside of that store. Uh, there's also a fairly old amusement park, pretty small, but it's been there for ages. Uh, it's since I was a child. I don't know how old it is, but like it's been there since I was a child. Um, I know that Uncle Dave says I know that there are some awesome restaurants up there. Maybe a lunch or a dinner live. Yeah, we could look out look at some restaurants. I know there's a ton of places that I want to go. Um, there's an amazing burger place up there that I haven't been to in a long time. I don't even know if it's still there. Um, we're gonna have to check it out and see. Rock the boat. Hello, travel adventures with Eric B. Eric B, you're here. I didn't. Oh, there you are. Hey, how's it going? Like to see some of the area? Yeah, definitely. We'll definitely have content for it. There's a lot of it's a very chill environment. It's completely different from uh, like some of the major places that you would go to on a vacation. It's very chill, but the beach area can be very busy. Saying hello, traveling check. So yeah, that's my first question, or that's our first question. The second question is, we are trying to figure out what to do for fun on lives. I'm thinking maybe doing live streams of video games. I'm not sure yet. Oh, someone has a question. Isn't there a festival up in Maine that is on something like a boardwalk? Yes, and I've been there before. I can't remember what it's called. My mom would know. But yeah, I can talk. I can see if we can go up there. It's on a it's on a pier, I think. And it has an arcade. I remember going there. I just can't remember the name. Destroy a Xbox. Well, I'm gonna respectfully say no. I'm not gonna destroy consoles. Although I favor PlayStation over Xbox, I still wouldn't do that. Uh, Rock the Boat says at filling up the bucket, just surfing YouTube. Never been to Maine, but it's on my bucket list. So film it all you can. I will definitely, yeah. Um, yeah, we'll film a ton of stuff. There's so much to see. I'll do Maine. I'll do Maine, and we'll try to do in and around the Boston area. We'll see. Uh, there's a lot. It's if you're into that relaxing nature, waking up in a cool, crisp area. It's one of those places you should go. Would like to see that. I'll do that. Rock the boat. Listen, I I, I like PC. I like PC as well. I want to get to a point in my life where I can have a PC build eventually. I just don't have the time or the space. I was actually thinking about doing some live streams from like I have some Steam games that I have on this computer. Maybe do that. I have a Halo Master Chief edition that has like I think the majority of the Halo games. I can't remember. I haven't been on it so long. Warmstrong says hashtag save Xbox. You got fam in Maine. That's cool. Cahoots. Oh, we got somebody in the backstage. Hey, what's up?
Save Xbox. Stop that! This smashing the Xbox, Eddie. How's it going?
I'm good. I'm just seeing what's up. Like doing a small live and kind of doing some Q&A.
Good for you. Good for you.
G'day, folks, from the Down Under Cruisers.
Crikey.
G'day. Hey there, Down Under. Hey, Sean. Shawnee. I do laptop gaming. It says rock the boat. Portable and not that costly. I agree. You're getting that PC experience mobile, and a lot of the times the computer builds, they'll cost, you want like the very best. They're probably going to cost you over $6,000.
Right, they're expensive.
Yeah. Mine is a gaming laptop, and I think I paid under $1,000 for mine, and it's a very good one. It is a little bit older now, but it's done very well for me. Let's see. Oh, everybody's saying hi to Bill.
Hey.
So popular.
I don't think I've really ever got into gaming on computers, PCs. It's always been like a gaming system.
Yeah. I mean, I've switched. I've had an Xbox, I've had Sony, I've had PC. It's just whatever. The thing I like about PC is it's versatile. So you can, a lot of the times you'll have those home titles for Sony or Xbox.
Okay, yeah.
A lot of the times you can see them on PC. So that I can see why people find that more popular than others. But I've been playing video games since like before I could walk.
I was playing video games before you were born.
Yeah, you had that Atari 5600.
No, I did have that, but the first one I had was Pong. I can remember going to Sears. I don't know if they even have Sears anymore. Sears, and got Pong, which was like, you know what Pong is. You just hit a ball back and forth. Beep, beep, beep. And I loved it. And to switch it up, they have it where you had to catch the ball instead of hit the ball. So yeah, wasn't much to it, but I really enjoyed it.
I shouldn't say this because you'd probably know, but do you know they have like, apparently they created a game so bad that they have it buried in the Vegas desert?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what game it is?
I've heard it. Buried in the desert. I don't know. I've heard the story before, but I don't remember the game.
I think it's E.T.
I can believe it. Did I play E.T.? There was a few games. I mean, they were just literally like just unplayable. It's like who thought of this game? And this is back in the day when they didn't have games. It's like, this is what a piece of junk.
Eddie beat the Xbox to the pulp. I respect everybody's consoles because I have like, I never want to see them broken. Where'd my mouse clicker go? There it is.
I think I got my Nintendo 64 upstairs someplace.
Oh, I still have mine too with GoldenEye. I used to play PlayStation until they gave up on backwards compatibility. Yeah, it's one of those things that's always irked me. Um, I know Xbox has their answer to that, and I know PlayStation is now finally getting to that point. But it's kind of like, why not? Why couldn't you just add that feature? But I mean,
Probably a money grab, but
yeah,
again, who knows?
it's either that or maybe a hardware. I don't know. I have no idea. No Sears. I haven't seen Sears in a couple of years.
Yeah, I don't know if they still have them. Serious.
No,
I think that was my first credit card.
I heard from somewhere. I heard from somewhere that Circuit City's coming back.
Really?
Yeah, or is it Circuit City? No. What's the other one? Not Circuit City. I can't remember. I can't remember what it was. I was talking to somebody from. He was from Disney,
Yeah.
um, and he was saying that Radio
I'm
Shack.
about to say not Radio Shack, is it?
It isn't.
No, no, no. I don't know. I was thinking Radio Shack because where was I at? I was someplace and I saw a Radio Shack, but it was like from a distance. I wanted to go down there and see, is it open? Is the Radio Shack open?
Yeah, I've heard next couple of years Radio Shack's coming back, and they're gonna do delivery services. I don't know how true that is.
I went there many a days.
Yeah, find a whole bunch of stuff there. Uncle Dave says Atari 2600 was my first early 80s. I found my mom's Atari. Where did I find it? I found it in our basement. It's a long time ago.
Yeah.
Let's see. Nintendo's good. I have a Switch. It's pretty good for if you're going on long trips. You don't want to carry the heavy laptop or anything. Hi everybody. Hi Granny.
Hey Granny.
It's always about the money. Yep. At the end of the day, there it is. Money talks. Hey Bama.
Bamanola's in the house.
Bamanola. Okay, so Rock the Boat says Kmart bought Sears, then Kmart shut down. Yeah, I think I remember that.
Wow.
They just not even a few years ago, they shut down. Everybody saying hi. I don't think it's coming back. Radio Shack's the headquarters was at Fort Worth, and it's not there anymore. When I got this information, I got it last year, so I don't know how true it is. Things change. Money changes.
I mean, and they can move headquarters. I mean, yeah. If you start a company up again, you can put that in any place you want.
Yeah, I think they were basing it in New York. I might be wrong though. I don't know. I can't I don't want to say I got this information from somebody.
Yeah.
But I don't know how true it is. Hello. I liked Radio Shack. Atari was my first console. My first console was a Nintendo, the regular Nintendo. And then I got a Sega Genesis. Let's see. Cut my IT. Commodore 64. That's the OG. That's the original. That's the original gaming system.
I just looked up Radio Shack. So Radio Shack retail stores are making a comeback across the USA, and that was June 10th, 2022.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how true that is. They say they are.
Who knows?
Oh, ColecoVision. Oh, that's ways away.
That's what it is.
But
see, if you had Atari, you had Atari or ColecoVision. Usually, you didn't have both back in the day.
Yeah. Eddie says Alice still has an Atari, a PS1, and a Sega.
And a Wii.
And a Wii. I have those. I don't.
I
I don't have
remember
an Atari though.
I let somebody borrow my Wii and they never returned it.
Ah,
Sons of guns.
I was. I was gonna. I was gonna start live streaming, but I was gonna do late nights and do like, uh, maybe like a let's play of some games that I'm playing or in the middle of. But I don't like to start like in the middle. Like I want to start from the beginning.
It
So,
won't matter. Nobody really cares. They just want to see you playing at
oh,
different
okay.
levels. Because I've gone to gaming channels and the game has already started. The one that I go to most is East Dad, and he starts those horror killer games and whatever,
Oh,
and so they don't last long, and they start over. You get 5 lives, whatever it is, and start over. So I enjoy those type of games on what's the name? I mean, the other games are just kind of long, but I don't think anybody would care.
yeah. Who knows? Maybe I set up because you can set up remote play for who's saying hi.
No, I'm just Sean. I'm just saying hi to Sean. I know.
Oh,
I know this. You can't really tell who I'm saying hi to. I'm giving my what is that the Miss America wave. Whenever you
yeah.
see folks, whenever you see me do this, that's Miss America wave. Anyway,
Oh.
um,
That's funny.
stop.
I I had a Nintendo 64 and sold it for a great penny. Like just a penny? What's a great penny? Like
Was it real shiny?
was it like was it made originally not of copper, but what was it originally made from? I can't remember. No, but I so if you have a PlayStation, you can remote play from your laptop. I think Xbox can do the same thing, but I set it up. I just don't know how it would work out if I live streamed it. I don't know how shaky it would be, and I don't know how laggy it would be if I did it. So I'm kind of like I don't know if I should do it or not. I think I might just I'll probably do a late one and see how it works out when there's not a whole lot of people, or maybe set it to private. Oh, I have somebody in the backstage.
Betty came up. Hey, hello. Where are all the ladies at? See, I was about to say a joke, and then I probably would got kicked off of YouTube.
The ladies? What do you mean? You got all these gorgeous men here. Hey, how's it going?
Oh, pretty good. You?
I'm good.
Can't complain.
Yeah. How's your Sunday going so far?
It's good. I'm just relaxing.
Mine's good. I got up early, and so then I took a nap. So I'm ready to go till 3 o'clock in the morning now. Let's do a 12-hour live.
I woke up
I'm
at
ready.
11:30.
Yeah, unfortunately, I got to get up at 5 to go to work.
Oof. Tomorrow or
maybe.
today?
Tomorrow morning.
I think I have an 11 a.m. shift. Oh, to be retired, you know.
I know, right?
Bill.
I'm up here doing those modules, and it's like, all right, man, I'm so sick of it.
There's so many of them.
Well, I started with Carnival, and I'm just doing these modules, and I'm sick of it already.
It's a I don't know. It's just a lot for me. Royal Caribbean is a lot. I feel like a lot of people are like, it's not that much. No, there's a ton. There's 160 modules.
Wow.
I'm just like, who has time to do this?
Apparently, not even a retired guy.
Yeah.
Well, I got one retirement under my belt, working on a second.
Good for you.
I got a couple more years. I can't wait.
Well, some people can, some people can't. For me, I slipped right into it, so it wasn't much of a problem. But other people, want to stay active and things like that. So I don't blame them. but it's tough to once you stop for a while. It's tough to get motivated. It's just like we were just talking about doing those modules. Well, I haven't had to do anything like that in a long time, and trying to be focused and doing it and you may not want me as your TA. That's all I'm saying, really. But that's a different story.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's honestly. It's like one of those things where you don't really have to do it. You're just kind of doing it to one, learn, and two, you get the discounts. But
here you go.
I mean,
ding 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 ding.
I would say if you have, say you have Carnival under your belt, and it's like, you're platinum or diamond or whatever. There isn't really a point to use those discounts because I can tell you right now, you're gonna have better discounts with your VIFP than with Interline. So it would kind of be a waste of time because those casino rates hit so good.
Yeah.
It's one of those things you kind of forget about. But the other ones like MSC, I would do. Princess, I didn't realize, honestly, at the time, I didn't realize you get a free cruise through Princess.
I did.
So thank you. I'm working on that section. I'm gonna work on that next.
That'll be my next one.
Maybe that's the one. Since we're thinking of going with different cruise lines, maybe that's the one my wife ought to start off with instead of Carnival.
I mean, it's a good place to start if you're if you're thinking about becoming a travel agent and you get that free cruise. It's a free cruise. Like if it's bad, you're like, huh. But I've been on Princess and we've liked it. It's a very it has a very classic look to it. So it's one of those things that, if you're into that type of thing. Let's see. Someone has a question.
Yeah, that's Bamanola.
Oh, but retirement, you get to do what you want, I guess. But...
You do. And that's you can't knock that either because, but just I mean, for me, it's like I'm doing YouTube, and I see again. Hats off to you guys with full-time jobs and kids doing YouTube. How you do it, I don't know. For me, it's a hobby. It's fun to do, and again, I enjoy doing it. But again, see, I'm not. It's not structured. I do it when I want to do it most of the time.
Well, a lot of the times now, I've noticed a lot of because people don't have that time. A lot of the times now, it's very, even with my schooling, I can do it. I have structure, but they give me a set date when I need to complete everything, so I can do it on my time. And I think nowadays, because people are so busy and people have different jobs and different side hustles, a lot of the times, especially schooling and learning, it's all computer-based learning. So I don't know how people feel about that, but on my end, I enjoy it because I'm not stressed out, trying to get everything done.
It's funny how this generation. I see. I was always like, brick and mortar schools. You go to school, you go to class, and how people actually do this online education. It's tough for me because I get distracted. Oh, look, shiny shoes over there. Oh, wait, hold on. The Z show's on. I gotta watch the Z show. I mean, all these things go on in my life, and it's hard for me to study online. If I'm in a classroom, man, I'm there. I'm focused. But at home, I got so many different things going on, and it's a whole lot of nothing. Don't get me wrong, people. It ain't important stuff.
Yeah. Let's get to the question. I forgot about it. Got a question from all y'all experts. I am not an expert.
Yes, you are, Andrew. You just don't realize it yet.
I was muted for the first 3 minutes and I didn't even realize it. I got a copyright claim. This is scheduled to play tonight at 8 p.m. tonight. You're just screwed. Music, no words. How do I change the music to match the dance?
You're screwed. You're screwed more than likely, Bamanola, because there's almost going to be no way to get that
That's definitely
re-rendered by 8 o'clock.
you would have
Probably. Go ahead.
you'd have to go through if you go through YouTube's music selection, you'd have to pick and then you'd have to listen to every
That's almost impossible to do. I mean, that would be almost impossible to do to match it. You could change the song through YouTube Studio, but if you're trying to get a song that matches like the beat and everything like that, good. I mean, that's you're talking some editing there. I mean,
that's some editing skills. I don't know if I'm good at that.
But Bamanola, it's just like I tell everybody, my goodness, people kill me with this copyright claim, and oh my goodness, the world is coming to an end. It's not. Go ahead and let it play. Copyright claims means that you can't make money off that video. The money's going to go to the artist. So if you want to fight whatever music is Madonna for the 10 cents you're going to make off that video, go ahead and delete it and put something else in. But if you want the video and the music to all match, so it's good content for your people, just let it play.
Yeah, and you can just. I'm sorry.
As you get closer to being monetized, then I would go back and maybe clean up the copyright claims. I mean, I wouldn't do a lot of copyright claims all at one time, but this one, if it's a good video and it's a dance, just let it play. If you're not monetized, the only thing the copyright claim does is you can't make money off of it. They put the money away for the artist. So go ahead and just let it play. Yeah. And it's going to be a great video. And you'll be happy. Everybody will be happy. And you're not, I don't think you are. I don't think you're monetized. So nobody's making money but whoever the artist is.
Yeah.
And YouTube.
And it's just one of those things where you want to pick your battles. That video, it might help you another way. It might help you bring more viewers in. You might get more watch hours. You might get more subscribers. And at the end of the day, you're like, pick your battles. And towards the end, you could set it to private and be on your way and post other different types of content. Keisha's here. Hi, Keisha.
I don't know how many times I had copyright claims on my videos. It's again, I did go clear them up, and if you go back like some of my earlier videos, like I cleared it up before I got monetized. Just I don't know if again. The copyright claim just says you can't get paid for it. That is it's not a strike. A strike is something totally different. But a claim, it's just let it play. I mean, in my opinion, I would let that play.
Yeah, if it's only one, I mean, and it's something that I feel like it's too difficult and might be too time consuming. It's kind of like one of those things where you're like, I'll forget about it. Like I have a ton of copyright claims on shorts, and it's just like it is what it is. Like
I never got the only time I ever got a copyright claim on a short is I was on my own live. I played one of my shorts, and I got a copyright claim from YouTube from a short that I did on YouTube, which was crazy to me. But again, the shorts and long version of content have different rules for copyright claims.
Yeah.
Now, by the way, I'm no expert. This is from my research, what I found out for me. Do your own research. But again, I've had 50, 60 copyright claims. And it all depends. If I have time and it's not that important, I go back and replace the music. And I go back to the editing room and start from there and just try to replace music and things like that. But it takes a while.
Yeah. Rock the Boat says we've been wanting to try Princess, but we are booked up till 2025. And that's the thing. Like, I wish at the time what I knew now, I wish I could have recorded, because I don't remember either times that I've been on Princess. I know I've been on Princess. I don't remember either of the times, and it was Alaska, and it was we were going out of Houston, and I don't know, maybe it's because it was such a long time ago. I can't remember.
I've never been on Princess, and again, that's going to change within probably the next year. But I want to go. There's so many ships now that I want to go on. And again, people, you don't realize how lucky you are to be cruising in this day and age. You don't realize it.
Yeah.
And again, it depends on what you want out of cruising. If you want to just lay get some sun, but even now with the older ships, I'm sorry, I don't mean to take over your show.
No, you're fine.
But you start back in the day. You used to just cruise. You had no internet, so all you did was cruise, mingle with people, and enjoy the cruise. They didn't hound you with pictures every night down the hallway. Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me. You didn't have that. They had pictures just on formal night, and all you did was enjoy the cruise, enjoy the casino, enjoy the entertainment, and get some sun. I mean, nowadays, when they try to put all this stuff on an older ship, it's all congested and crowded. You can't walk down the aisles because you got 20 people trying to take your picture. And it wasn't designed for what's going on now. The larger ships now, they have a ton of things to do, which is what I really enjoy. I love larger ships. I know, for some people it's hard to navigate because they're so big and, you have mobility issues and things like that. But there's just so many different things to do on a cruise ship now that you can stay on there for a week, 10 days, not get off the ship and may not see everything.
Yeah.
And I'm going to stop rambling. Go ahead.
No, I get it. Like, it makes sense. I think the smallest ship I've ever been on, I would probably say the Ecstasy, or maybe the Dream. I can't remember. It's one of those. I think the Dream is like a mid-size. I think the Ecstasy is smaller than that. So, a lot of those, I like the smaller ships, but I want to see more. I know that's where the deals are. A lot of the smaller ships will have the better deals, but
yeah. But I mean, they're older, and again, I like just being on a cruise. If you gave me a $1,000 a person on the cruise on the Dream, or $100 a person on Elation, and talking about Carnival ships, Elation is an older one. Dream is a newer one. I take the $100 one. Because as long as I'm cruising, and we're going to the same ports, so just get me on the ship, and I'm happy.
Oh, it was a typo. It meant live stream.
I was trying to figure out what that was.
I was like, "What's that?"
You're first.
First, who's first live stream?
She had all those symbols. I'm like, is she cursing somebody out? I mean, what's going on here?
Hello, cruise nuts.
Oh, she may have been talking. She may have been talking about mine. I think that's what I put in mine. Because other than yesterday, this is my first. What happened yesterday? This is my first one.
Oh, okay.
Oh, nice.
How do you feel about it?
That's pretty good. Just kind of getting used to it, listening to all the information that you guys are talking about amongst yourself, learning a little bit.
It's honestly, it's kind of tough to do it by yourself. I feel like
it is.
It's very hard to, for me, as an introvert, it's kind of hard to come up with things to talk about. I was actually sitting here like 30 minutes prior trying to figure out like what to talk about, and like I finally was like, oh, I'll just do a Q&A, whatever.
Yeah.
My advice would be have like a topic to talk about, and then sometimes with lives, depending on how many people are in here, you might veer off track, and that's okay. You can always save it for later, have it in your back pocket. But at the end of the day, majority of the time we're gonna talk about cruising, maybe tech stuff, other hobbies besides cruising.
I mean, there's a lot of things to do. Again, I get so nervous before I come live. It's you wouldn't believe it. And I know people think, oh man, he talks a lot. He just rambles. I ramble because I'm nervous a lot of times. If you find a topic, but find something that you love and you're passionate about, and so when you start talking about it, information just flows. And you know, I've noticed like a lot of people, let's say scuba diving. It wouldn't go well if I started talking about scuba diving, because I would start talking, and then about 2 minutes in, you're gonna realize, hey, he doesn't know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
So try to find, scuba diving, combine it with cruising, where you want to go, the different ports you want to stop at, then try it. Or you've been to a lot of ports, Okinawa, you've been there. Talk, you know what I'm saying. I mean, and just talk about what you know, and it flows. And people in the chat will ask questions, and you try to, talk about things that people can, that they can ask questions about, or even just give a general question. Like, Andrew earlier was asking, in an audience, hey, what do you think? Hey, but that's to get them talking, because if they start talking, it gives you something to talk about.
Yeah, it flows a lot easier. It eventually cascades, and it's just, you start, talking about other things, and that's what's great about it. Oh, hey, Angie.
Angie.
Eddie says, delete the video now or take it out and redo it. Nah, I wouldn't. I would just leave it alone.
If you want perfection, take it down, redo it. But again, I mean, if you're not monetized, why are you taking? Why would you take it down?
Yeah, I mean,
unless you don't want Madonna.
Huh?
I said, unless you don't want Madonna to get her money off of the video.
Madonna, I mean,
whoever the artist is,
Madonna or Beyonce or.
So that's only the copyright warnings are just basically saying that if you make money off of that video, they will get paid. You won't.
Copyright claims.
Yeah.
Copyright strikes. 3 strikes, you're off of YouTube. But copyright claims just means that you can't monetize that video. And you'll see a lot of people do that where they're using content that's not theirs, that'll come into play where you can't make money off of it. And I mean, there are certain things that you can do. I think it's like educational purposes, or it's something else where you can use somebody else's content. In other words, like if there was a news story, I can put that up there as long as I do something. If I, try to educate people about this topic. And people, I mean, they get really loose with those educating people kind of deals, but a lot of people do that.
Yeah, and a lot of the times you have to, if it's something educational like that, you have to have a copyright in the description, like hey, I got it from this source. Right. Just so that it doesn't flag it for like plagiarism or anything like that.
Yeah. I mean, you try to give credit to a source, and if that's good practice. Like if one of your shark videos, I wanted to borrow it, it would be good practice. Let's say I don't know, something happened in one of your videos, and I want to point out to people that wasn't a good way to do it. I take your video, I would still give you claim where I got, give you credit for where I got it from. But then I'm pointing out what the problem was. Well, that's like, a teachable moment, educational purposes. I could probably get away with it like that. Mm-hmm. I got a strike. Well, it's a warning. And I went to a bullfight in Spain, and I posted a video, and they stick these darts like into the bull. And I'm way back, and you can't really see it. You don't see blood, but I guess somebody saw the video, and I mean, it had, I don't know, 3,000-4,000 views, and it was a cruelty to animal, and they gave me that, whoa, you can't do that. So that wasn't a claim. That was like, hey, you better take this down. Nope, I'm sorry. They took it down for me and said, don't do it anymore, and I don't.
That's tough. Yeah, I mean, I kind of see both angles. It's kind of like, if you're far,
you couldn't really see. I mean, you knew what was going on.
Yeah,
but you couldn't really tell that's what happened.
Yeah. Renacita said, "Hey, congrats on your first live. I'm still too nervous." The first live is you're always gonna be nervous. I still get nervous. I mean, it's kind of one of those things. Like I have to prep myself, and it's hard to hard to do for some people like me. But at the end of the day, I enjoy talking to people as long as there's a conversation. I don't want to feel like I'm freezing up. It's it's kind of awkward. Keisha says hi. Yes,
So,
all you can do is pick a similar tempo. I let it ride.
yeah, I mean, again, if you were getting tens of thousands of views on that video, yeah, I would go back because you would start making money off of that video. I'm assuming that it probably won't go viral. Nothing personal. So I would let it play. But then again, if it's a good video, you may pick up subscribers that want to see more of that content. And then from there on out, you might want to, rethink of how you do those videos. But it would take time to find, like what's name was just saying, find his music with the same tempo. But again, you're talking a lot of editing work to do that.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Even though I don't know much about music, it's probably a beat. Like if it's a 3-beat or 4-beat, whatever they call it. I mean, I mean, you could probably do it. It probably wouldn't be that. It sounds hard, but now that I think about it, it probably wouldn't be that hard because I see people on YouTube that they do that. They switch the movie out, or I'm sorry, the music out for somebody dancing to another song, and they're on beat. But again, that I don't do that. I don't know how much work that is.
Yeah, I mean, I think it boils down to timing and how much time you want to spend on that. Editing the music or adding music that YouTube offers.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I could. I don't have the patience to sit down and do that.
Right.
What's
Yeah, I
up?
tried doing that the other day, and I was having to go through quite a bit, and I finally just gave up. I was trying to find some background music for the shark videos.
Yeah.
And none of the stuff that I came across was. None of them came real close, but then finally it was just like, no, it's just not quite right.
So are you using the one that Power Director offers you, or is it just YouTube?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, but you gotta. I mean, there's stuff when you download the program that gives to you automatically, but then if you want to try any of the others, you got to wait for it to download and then play it. Download and then play it. Download and then play it. And that in itself takes. I mean, but once you download it, you got it for later on.
Yeah.
But when you're looking for something for a video that you're trying to release right now, sitting there waiting for all these different songs to download that you come to find out don't even come real close to what you want, that's kind of aggravating.
Yeah. I know. I have two. I use two different. Well, besides YouTube, two different outlets for royalty-free music. It's Power Director, which is the video editing. It works pretty well. Again, you have to download every song or music clip or whatever. And then I have Audio Hero, which comes with which is on TubeBuddy, and you get it for free if you have TubeBuddy. I don't know really what Jennifer uses because she's been editing, but I'll usually switch back and forth depending on if I want to find something particular. I'll use Audio Hero, or if I just want to throw some background music and I just want like something quick, I'll usually go to Power Director.
And see, I use YouTube Studio Music, or I just maybe about a month ago I got an Epidemic Sound, which seems to be good, but again, this can get very expensive. Paying for a StreamYard if you stream a lot or you want to be able to do certain things, paying for music, paying for vidIQ, paying for this can get to be very expensive. So you try to cut down on expenses where you can.
Yeah. It depends on how much you want to invest in all this, I think when you get to a certain point, you want to have more options. As you get popular, you want to have like cool sounds or cool transitions or um, flashy looking intros. It depends on what you want to do.
Right.
Let's see. Hey, all to all of those I missed. New at this and missing a lot of comments. It happens. I'm trying to read the chat. It's tough, man, when you have like a whole bunch of people in here.
That's the problem when you start to ramble, and the chat goes, and it's like you start missing all this stuff. So it's a learned behavior that you're able to do something like that. But again, you skip through. Like if you ever watch big channels, they don't get to every comment. It's just sometimes you just skip some. You try.
I try my best because I want to make sure that I want to be personal or personal. I don't know how to say the word.
Personable.
You know what I mean? Yeah, personable, approachable. Like I want to make sure I get to everybody's comments, and I try to look over as fast as I can. She saw you at Sea Lake Journeys. I don't have any like background noises that they do, but
Squeaky.
Yeah, squeaky. Yeah, it's all good. We're here to support my new friend. I agree.
Hey, Andrew, you were talking. I was about to call you Matthew. Andrew, you were talking about like you were muted. Think about. I don't know if you were there. I thought I had ended a live, and I was still on live. New to streaming. Make sure, Tony. Make sure you end your live before you start talking. Luckily, I didn't have good friends at the time, so I was just like talking to myself. And my daughter called me, and we're talking about cruising, and I didn't go off. Well, that Andrew, my goodness, can you believe what he talked about today? Well, I didn't get caught doing that, but it could have. So when you make sure you hit that end live button, and if you lose power or internet connection, when it comes back on, you're still live. So you have to go back in there and close it out. It happened to me. Just be there. Luckily, I wasn't talking crazy like I normally talk.
Yeah.
Andrew knows because we chat outside of here, and he knows how sometimes I just go crazy talking. And
awesome.
My goodness, people. Oh, Andrew, you got your choice words in there too.
No.
Well, that might explain why when I signed off yesterday, my wife was on hers, and she was like, "It shows that you're still signed in." I was like, "No, I'm not. I left." Well, here it shows that you're signed in. Okay, so I had to go back and I don't know what I did different, but then she was like, "Oh, okay, here it goes. Shows you're off now."
Right, you have to actually hit like probably like the leave button to do it. You can't just close the screen, the stream out like in the right hand corner. You have to go down there, leave the chat, and then you're not live.
Okay, well, I thought I had, but
the computer told otherwise.
Yeah.
It's tough.
I thought I closed out too.
I almost started the live stream today and not even have my face on the screen.
I've done that many a times, and it's like,
what do you do? Yeah,
but again, after you do it one time, you realize it. Oh, I got the little thing closed. Yeah. Oh yeah, no picture. Check that first.
I was like, "Where's my face?"
Yeah, I think that happened with me and Jennifer when we were she was trying to help me get something going. And so she did a deal with StreamYard to where she could see my screen or anyway, she couldn't see me. So I had to sit here on my phone so we could see each other while I was doing it on the computer. And then the next day I realized I had one of those little flaps. It was a fairly new computer, so I hadn't checked it out all the way. And how long it was because I had the lens covered.
You know, one of my biggest fears. I'm gonna let people on here. You know, if you don't do streaming, if you don't do lives, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. When we hit in broadcast, whoever's on this panel, we're still up here and we're still able to talk to each other. So we start talking about, hey, how did the live go? What about this? Did you see that question? What about when that troll came? I mean, we sit up here and we're talking, And if for some reason that went live, boy, that would be an ugly picture. As I think Rock the Boat says, hot mic. So if you ever wonder about people with hot mics, I see how it happens now.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be hilarious. That would probably break the
internet. Hey, how come nobody's coming over to my live anymore? You sat up there and you literally talked about everybody.
I know, it's great.
Usually we usually talk about how the live went and what we could have done better. That's usually what the conversation is.
Yeah.
Usually.
Yeah.
Renacita said, I wish I had the capability. You're an amazing supporter. I think you just one day you're just like, hey, I'm gonna do a live. When you have like a certain amount of people. How many subscribers is it? 100 or 50? Is it 50?
And I think she's talking. And again, this is another problem with doing live, because when you're the host and you're talking to everybody, you're not really following the chat closely. I think she's talking about Keisha. Her and Keisha were having a conversation. Keisha was saying that she's in 2 or 3 live streams at a time, and that's what she's saying. I wish she wish she had the capability to do that.
Oh,
you see, you get better. The more you do this, you get better at it.
I'm trash. I don't know. I'm sorry.
I think I could be wrong, but I think
that's what it is. I went up there and looked. Yeah. I think the best way, if you want to do that, is to have one on the TV, one on your tablet if you have one, and one on your laptop. You can probably hit all 3.
Well, I do. I normally, right now I don't. I usually have it like on the TV here. For some reason, on my TV, the chat comes up first before the StreamYard for whatever reason. So I can see like a preview almost of the chat. But that way, if I lose my place, I can still see if somebody else asked a question or something I want to get to.
Yeah. Let's see. Warmstrong Adventures. Getting a claim off something you already posted is like getting banned on Facebook for something you shared from Facebook.
Right. Well, I almost wanted to fight it, but it wasn't worth it. I just went in and deleted that little section out of it. But it was like it was a 30-second clip, and it was when I was doing my late night rambling. I did late night rambling, trying to get my hours in. And they had nothing to talk about. So, I'll play one of my shorts. And it was a short that I really liked. Of course, it had copyrighted music in it, but it was okay with the short. So I'm thinking it's okay for me to use on YouTube. Apparently not.
Yeah. Actually, speaking of from Facebook, I got a notification from Facebook one time that I posted something that was from Facebook that I shared that I got from Facebook. And it said it was inappropriate. I was like, it was from like years ago.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I guess. Like, what? I don't know. Getting up there in age. Yep, definitely. Rock the Boat says it would have to be for a cruise in 2026. We have 2 for 2024 and 1 in 2025. And limited vacation days. Yeah, those limited vacation days. I feel it.
Yeah, I used to. Not anymore.
Okay.
Now it's more of the bank account feels
Rub it in. Why don't you?
I mean, don't let me hit Mega Millions and I have unlimited money. I would live on a cruise ship. I just would. I really would.
Let me have the Grand Theft Auto cheat code that gives me money. I'll be all right.
I forget. There's one guy who's like mother or somebody works for one of the cruise lines and he stays on a cruise ship all the time. I mean, he doesn't live on it, but he's always on a cruise. I forget his name. Anyway, I wish that was me.
I wouldn't mind it. I think I would need a break though. Being in clothes, like especially in an interior room, I'd feel like closed in. You know what I mean? Because there's no windows. I would have a tough time.
if you go to your very last comment, well, not second to last, Rock the Boat. He says that was from 20 minutes ago. I don't know how far I don't have the clock, so I can't see how far we are behind in the chat.
Yeah, we're behind. We're way behind in the chat. Cool, you're doing great. Let me see if I can
go ahead, take a second and catch up with the chat.
I learned a lot yesterday just as a viewer. You can learn quite a bit from people. You can definitely get a sense of how people are. Bill, you're not streaming from your own channel today?
No. I'm over here supporting Embarkation Nation.
You're just wonderful.
No. It just, for me to do it, and again, this is like my belief. It would be one thing, like if me and Embarkation Nation were doing a live together, and let's say we had a show together and we were doing it, I would broadcast because we're trying to bring people into the chat, new people, a few here, there maybe. In this case, he's trying to get watch hours. They're trying to get watch hours. So instead of having half the people watch me, half the people, or let's say a third watch me, a third watch Embarkation Nation, a third watching Traveling Czech, I'll let them go ahead and get the watch hours, and I'll just be the comedic sidekick.
Yeah, you're good at that. Rock the Boat wants to know, this was probably from 20 minutes ago, what site do y'all use for music for your videos? Well,
that is from 20 minutes ago.
You have one, Bill, right?
No, yeah, we talked about it. I use Epidemic Sound, and I use also YouTube Studio. Filmora, I use Filmora for my editing, and I heard there's music on that. I've never have. I may look into it, but again, it's good. I like good music in the videos. I mean, again, it takes a while.
Yeah.
For me to pick out my music, I usually don't just like willy-nilly pick a music. I try to say something that goes with it or related to it, but it takes a while.
Yep, I use Audio Hero. It comes with TubeBuddy. If you have TubeBuddy, you get it for free. There's a couple other options I think on there too. If you have Power Director or CapCut, I think CapCut you have to pay a certain subscription fee. I'm not sure what that is, but Power Director or pretty much any video editing service will have that sound or music library of royalty-free music, depending if you pay for a subscription or not. Majority of the time, you have to pay for a subscription to get royalty-free music. It's never going to be free. Unless you do like YouTube Studio. But a lot of the times, like you said, it's a limited selection of music. So you're only getting, pretty much a generic listing of music. Awkward. Yeah, I'm awkward about 90% of the time.
Join the club.
About 90% of the time, I'm going to be awkward. And I'm going to sometimes I like dad jokes, so I will laugh at my own dad jokes, and it's fine. I use Thematic. Interesting. I'll have to keep a note of that and look at that because that sounds interesting. We use YouTube Music and the music from our editing software. That's what I said. Gosh, Jennifer. Bama, did you use the in-shot music or the recorded music at it as it was live?
That is a good question. I assumed he used the music that was live, but that is a good question.
Well, I don't know. I've never heard of that. That's something I have to look at because I've never used that. Jen might have.
I've used in-shot. In-shot, they have music again. It's one of those like CapCut where you can use the music, or Instagram where you can use the music, but again, the artist is getting paid for it. We're not getting paid for it or anything like that. But in-shot, I originally first started using in-shot when I first started doing my first videos, and I loved it. If you have limited funds, you can do everything in in-shot. You can transitions. I mean, you can do a ton of things in in-shot.
Yeah.
I did do the paid version though.
Yeah. And I think CapCut is getting to that level too. A lot of things they have a lot of selections that you can do that doesn't even you don't even have to pay a fee for. There is that option, but I think it's getting to that point where I'm using, like, if I'm on my phone and I want to edit something, I'm using CapCut.
Yeah.
Like, the majority of the time, I'm going to use CapCut. Sharks don't sing. They don't, but whales do.
That
they have songs. They do.
Yeah. I've got one video right now. I'm trying that you can hear them in the background real faintly. And I'm trying to figure out how to cut down on the bubble sound and bring the whale song out more so it's more audible.
You're probably talking some very expensive equipment there where you're trying to edit the sound from one soundtrack.
Yeah.
I mean, you're probably talking professional grade material equipment there.
I wouldn't even know. I would say you'd have to isolate that section and man, because it's one sound, so that's tough. I don't know. It says thank you. Tuber chats here. Word up. Hey, how's it going? Share it on Reddit. Thank you very much. Finding the right music always takes me a while. It does. Too. I want to, like, when I'm editing a video, I want, like, if a certain sound doesn't match what I want, it takes me hours to look. That's why it used to take me so long. Jennifer, I don't know how she does it. She's just so good at it. She can just find the perfect thing, and I'm like, it takes me hours.
Yeah.
It takes me longer to find the music than to, like, edit the video itself. I did tell her to step up her music choices, though, because she wanted to use, like, I don't know.
And when you pay for music, you do get a better selection of music.
Yeah.
Once you start doing a lot of videos, and it's like, man, I used that song before, and or you start hearing it in a lot of other people's videos, and I try to get you something that's a little more unique now.
Yeah, I'm the same. I hate, like, I don't know why, but it's because I hear my intro so often. I hate the intros. Like, I don't know why, because I hear it, and I'm like, why did I pick this? But it's every intro that I do.
Well, and people, even like my there's a ending video clip that I use, and I notice a lot more people are using it now, so I want to go find something else.
He said hot mic. He probably said that. Well, it wasn't too long ago. There's,
that was 30 minutes ago.
I'm trying. I'm doing my best. Y'all let me know when y'all come down here for the booze cruise out of New Orleans. I'd like to meet everyone in person if possible. We won't be able to go.
Aw.
No, not on that one. Not in New Orleans.
I want to try to get down. I'm gonna try to get down there 2 days early. So, hey, Uncle Dave, Mike Clark is trying to put together like a haunted. I was going to say a haunted cabin tour, but it's not a cabin. A haunted tour. I don't know if it's where we're going, but like the day, 2 days before. So maybe you can come down there, and I think one day before, we're talking about maybe meeting up for dinner. So just if you're really interested, you can join the Booze Cruise Facebook page. Oh, there's a Zoom call meeting tonight. I gotta see about that. Give me 1 second. But yeah, Uncle Dave, if you're interested, do that. I'll be right back.
Okay. We'll just continue to go through the chats. Oh, he's not here. I'm just a mere male. I can only concentrate on one live stream at a time. So Jen used to she would play multiples with the sound on at the same time, and the sounds would get to me. Like, I was like, I gotta leave the room.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because too much was going on. There's too many sounds. Lisa has 3 checks and 2 nations running right now. Had to mute 4 because because even I couldn't keep up with the 5 conversations all at different times. Yeah, it's tough. I don't know how people do it.
I didn't know we had that many devices.
I don't either. I didn't either. I was like, I don't think I have that many devices. I could probably like hook up my PlayStation and run YouTube there with a different account, but that's a lot of time.
Yeah.
I just uploaded video on Friday and YouTube blocked all my comments due to the fact my nieces had on their swimsuit. Yeah, I'm not really sure about that. Did you make it for kids? I'm not sure. What were we gonna say?
No.
I think that because there's kids in the video, they'll block comments and automatically force it into appropriate for
made for kids.
Yeah, made for kids. I think that's probably why they did that.
Somebody got banned from YouTube for a couple of days. It was a guy who was doing some cooking, and Drunken Barbecue Chef, I believe that was who it was. Anyway, his daughter, Little Chef, was cooking, but he was off camera. But I guess maybe somebody complained because she wasn't of age to be on YouTube, so they took it down and banned him from YouTube for a few days. He went back and forth with him, let him know that, hey, I was there, but and I think he finally got it worked out. But yeah, you got to be careful about who's using your channel, and if it's kids, they're gonna.
Yeah, that was definitely something to think about when we did the when we went up on Carnival and went to like the little slides and stuff. Before we even like set the camera up, we made sure there wasn't any kids around, and it was just one of those things. Like, yeah, it probably would have been like great, but I just don't want I don't want other people really in the shot, let alone kids, like random kids.
Yeah,
because
apparently I missed the Zoom call. Darn it!
Oh no!
I know, right?
I'm sorry.
It's that no. It was probably early in the day, and it just slipped my mind. I need a whiteboard. I'm gonna put a whiteboard like right here.
Yeah.
So I can just every day I can write down. I should put it in my phone, but I'm an old school kind of guy, and I don't check my messages on my phone all the time. I guess you can set alarms. Cell phone is great. I just can't do it.
We'll see how living on a ship would be. You got 31 days in a row coming, and I'm still nervous. Yeah.
I did 29. And I loved it. And somebody was talking about an interior room. My 29 days I did in an interior room. I'm claustrophobic. Say it one more time.
No, go ahead. I was going to say, but that 31
I'm claustrophobic.
Days
well,
the 31.
We know about the Luminosa, but again, it's still better than being on land.
Right.
It makes it sound like I don't want to, like the way you guys talk about it. I'm like, I don't know if I want to go on the Luminosa. I had deals for that. I was like, ugh, I don't know.
My problem with the Luminosa, it wasn't the ship itself. It was a Spirit class ship. So the Spirit is a comparable ship. It wasn't necessarily the ship itself, but it's how they hyped it up. This Italian, the Italian flair. And when I got on it, it was like, this is just an old Carnival ship. And I was really disappointed with that. The food selections weren't the greatest. They didn't do the upgrade, the 2.0 upgrade. So you had like all the old hamburger places and the old eateries and stuff like that. They really dropped the ball on that one, I think.
Well, and they had water, the ship itself. Especially on the Lido deck, they had all that water everywhere.
Yeah, everything seemed to be leaking.
Careful, because you were in the dining rooms and stuff. Walking between the dining rooms, they had leaks of something everywhere.
Angie says my claustrophobia would struggle hard on a ship, especially on an inner room. Did overnight ferry and the claustrophobia kicked me hard. I could see that if depending on how many people are in the room, I would kind of struggle with that. it was kind of eye opening for me when we got a balcony. I didn't feel as claustrophobic, or I don't even think I have claustrophobia, but like I didn't feel as enclosed when you have that open area. But I can see where like if you're going for that long, I don't know, it might be. I'm not sure. I've never done a cruise that long, so I wouldn't know.
And again, I didn't spend a lot of time in the room, and my claustrophobia is more of if I'm able to open the door, I feel okay, usually. So knowing I can get out the cabin whenever I wanted to, I'm okay. And I slept in there and had the TV on or whatever. But again, I usually only went in there to sleep or to, shower, something like that. And I didn't have any problems.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of especially the newer ships, I think the rooms are they're making it like at least a little bit bigger now. But yeah, I mean, I could probably do like realistically, I could probably do like a 15-day and I'd be okay. But we'll see, Let's see. Rock the Boat says, according to Jaws 4, sharks do roar. They probably do, and it's probably very scary. I probably don't want to hear that. Hear that, you better run away. Oh, Will G's here. Hey, Will G. I didn't know you were here.
Hey, Will G. 2
tabs per computer. That's tough. Uncle Dave, I have to say, at Traveling Check has the best non-professionally produced diving videos on the internet. Wow, that's a compliment. Wow.
Yeah,
they are good.
They are really good. They are really good. I do enjoy them. You missed a Zoom call.
Thanks, Rob. I know.
Said thank you. Let's see. It was at 2. Mike was talking about it in his live earlier. Man, everybody's getting on
Zoom,
you.
Yeah, right. Zoom's at 2. It would have made sense. Nope. I'm down here. What was I doing? I think I know about what I was doing.
Then it wasn't me.
No, it wasn't you.
Cruising is fun anytime is here. Sorry I'm late. Hey, you're never late.
Cruising is fun anytime.
Oh, that's unacceptable, but glad you're here. I was trying to read that. I was like, what is that?
It took me a second to figure it out. I can see the look in your eye. I saw the look in your eyes like he's trying to figure out what SIFA is. I was like, what's SIFA?
SIFA. So was the Italian flair, that naked lady in the lobby with her bottom cheek worn off. Is that a statue?
Yeah. And the right butt cheek is like worn down. What is wrong with you people?
That's funny.
Supposed to rub it for good luck.
Oh yeah, you rub it before you go into the casino.
Yeah, maybe that's what I did wrong because I sure didn't mind that.
Saying hi. Handling the bag. What bag?
I don't know what that is.
I'm interested. When you saying mine's still heavier?
Bag? That might be talking to each other.
Oh,
and I missed it.
The old people.
No, I saw Cruising It's Fun Anytime and JNS Adventures. They had the biggest Temu bag I've ever seen. And they did a video. They had a video out today, and I watched it. They had the biggest Temu bag I've ever seen. I mean, it was like this big. But the postage must have been out incredible on that. But that's probably what they're talking about, the bag.
That's funny.
See, I do watch your videos.
I'm gonna have to look at it and see. Didn't worry. So we made it to the bottom, guys. We made
it. Yay! If I had I almost cursed. If I had watched the chat, maybe I could have made the Zoom call in time. We're so far behind.
I know, right? God, this guy's awful over here. No.
You know what? And again, maybe it did work because on the Luminosa, that statue that everybody's talking about, I rubbed it, and the first or second day, I won 1,500, and that money lasted me like the entire cruise. You know, it paid for the gratuities, my gambling, my drinks outside the casino.
See,
it was a blessing. Thank you. Whatever the lady name is, I forget what the name of the statue is.
All right, so learning experience. If any cruise or cruise ship has a lady statue and it has a butt, you got to rub the butt before you go in the casino. Is that what you're saying, Bill?
Hard. I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, if you want some luck. And then go play hot stuff game. Hot stuff. I played hot stuff game. And next thing you know, boom, jackpot.
I didn't do very well on the cruise. Well, I broke even. What did I play? The Dragons. I like the Dragons. And the Pot of Gold. I don't know why I didn't feel like I was gonna do good, but I didn't do good. And then I played the Wolf game. Those were fun.
Huff and Puff.
The what?
Huff and Puff.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
I normally don't play slots. I play table games, but I do every now and then. I play slots, and I got lucky a couple of times on a couple of different ships with the slot machines. But I do a lot of I like table games.
I feel like I would mess up. I haven't played Texas Hold'em in so long. I feel like I would oh wait, hold on, I don't want to do that move. And they're like, oh, too late.
Yeah, no. When I say table games, I mean blackjack. I don't play any other games. I play blackjack. That's it. The other games. I watch videos of the other games. It looks like it would be interesting to do, but I just stick to blackjack. I don't even play craps. I don't even understand craps. I don't understand how people can keep up with what's going on the crap table.
Yeah,
my mom plays it. What's that?
That's just too fast movement, too much movement for me. I've tried to watch
it is.
I'm like Bill. I'm just like, I don't see how they keep up.
I think poker would be my speed. Poker is probably like where I would, if I would play tables, it would be like Texas Hold'em or whatever poker they have. Gentlemen, calm down. This is a family show. I'm just saying. Next time, yeah, like Karate Kid, you know.
Yeah. No comment. You know, and you see people up on the next floor looking down at you, and you all just drop your head. It's like, what the?
What is this man doing?
Get that man some milk.
I can't. Hey, Will. Next time I'm gonna take a compression sock next time. Polish that cheek.
I don't know if that would work. I think you have to actually touch it, not have something under your hand, because then you're not getting the luck that you're supposed to be getting.
Yeah, maybe like a latex glove or something like that. Maybe I don't know. So what I'm hearing is the slots pay about as well as the ones here. I guess you do get free room stays, I suppose. Jennifer got a free cruise, so yeah. I don't know. It depends on how much you're willing to pay in. So they say. Uncle Dave says 3-card poker has paid for a few of my cruises. See, when in doubt.
Yep, I've had a few paid for, and actually, if Carnival was smart, a long time ago they used to have like where you can go buy like future cruises. And if you book a cruise while you're on a cruise, they would give you like $100 on board credit and things like that. they got rid of that. So it was like, well, I don't need to give you money. You're really saving me any money. So why would I book early? And now it's like you have to actually like pick a cruise out. Before that, you give your certificate and you had like a year or two to pick a cruise. If they had that, see, I would have bought that on the ship when I won some money. So
yeah.
I mean, I'm not much of a gambler. I'll gamble. I'm not like heavy into it. I set myself like a budget of what I'm going to spend the day, and then if I lose too quick, I'm like, well, I'm done. I'm going to go eat now.
Yeah, that's kind of what we do. Or at least I do. I'll set X amount, walk into the casino. When it's gone, I'm gone.
Yeah.
I wish I could say that. You know where they get me though? Most of my offers is through casino deals. They're through casino deals, and they have you and the companion can drink for free in the casino. I've spent more money on free drinks because you have to be active. Well, you're supposed to be actively playing. So I sit down at a slot machine, saying, "Nope, I'm not going to play. I'm just going to sit here." They come take my order. 20 minutes later, I'm still waiting for my order. Well, here, let me just put a 10 in here, a 15 in here, or $15 in here, and next thing you know, that free drink cost me $40.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And sometimes what happens is a lot of times, like when you do those casino rates, it'll say for you and your the person with you or by yourself. So a lot of times I won't get it, but Jen will. And sometimes she'll just hand me a drink under the table. Let me have the drink. One that teacher pay can't afford to pay pretty much. Yeah, it's I'm the same way. Like I don't want to make it so like, I can't believe I spent this much money gambling. But oftentimes if you're especially like on a cruises, it's more on how many points you're gaining from the what is it called? What is that called? Like all those points you accumulate. They're points that you can take, and depending on how many points you can get really good casino rates or their average casino rates.
It's just a way of ranking your play.
Yeah. I think it's 1,500 points you get drinks on us.
Yep. Yep, I believe so.
And a lot of people can get that within the day. I have never made it that high, and I was on a 9-day cruise and I've never made it that high. I think I got it 800, and that's the highest I've ever gone.
We had when we were on the Luminosa, I think it was we were a week into the cruise, and a lady sat down next to Lisa, and she was playing, and we looked over there, and this is, like I said, this is just a week into the cruise. She had 94,000 points.
Okay. I wish I could see what kind of deals she had.
I'm gonna give you a tip. How do they say professional? A pro tip. I'm gonna give you for my gambling degenerates here. If you cruise,
let's put it on the screen real quick. Go on.
my gambling degenerates. There's a site called the letter U, R, the letter R, Comped, COMPED.com. It's like having a casino host, and they will search cruise lines. So I gamble on Carnival, or let's say I gamble. There's a MGA Grand here in Detroit. They will take your gambling play from off casinos or other casinos and rate you, and you can get offers at casinos on different ships. So like, let's say Jennifer is a gambler. That's a stretch, right? I know. She could go to this site and she could look at an MSC cruise because they would rate her gambling and look for an MSC cruise or a Princess cruise, even though she's never gambled on that cruise ship before.
Wow.
Don't ask how I know people. I mean, again, don't judge me. Don't judge me. But you are comped. I'm sorry. Oh, Lisa, are you listening, Lisa?
Hold up.
Only on 5 different computers.
Yeah. They will judge you. So if you decide to do like another cruise line, Tony and Lisa, go there, and you'll probably be able to get a free cruise on those other lines. If you rank high enough with Carnival, they'll probably get you on MSC, Princess, Norwegian, all those. That's just between us, people. Don't. That's just between us.
Right, and I mean that's the only reason we haven't tried other cruise lines, because we've been interested in wanting. We have been interested and wanting to try the other cruise lines, but how can you, especially because since I'm working with this other company, which happens to be a casino, they only give me so much leave per year.
Yeah. So
we use her offers on my leave, because I mean she's getting like $100 per person sometimes, with $200 on board credit. So it's like, do we take this free cruise or spend $2,000 on one to try another cruise line?
Yeah.
Well, and that's what it is. I don't really gamble enough. I did get an offer. I looked at it, and I was trying to get like on the Icon of the Sea or something like that. And it's like, yeah, we'll give you like $100 off. I'm like, well, that's still, I can't afford it, whatever it was. So that never mind. But if you're a gambler, you are comped. There is Brandon. There's a guy on YouTube that he does gambling on an MSC cruise ship, and he pushes that. And he probably has some kind of affiliation with them, and he pushes it where they will rate your gambling outside. They ask you all the questions. What's your budget? How much do you gamble? Where do you gamble at, and all this other stuff. And then they'll rate you. And then after a day or so, they send you back what your offers are.
Jen probably got that bookmarked right now.
She's already on the site.
She's on the site. She's looking it up.
Well, there we go. Look at Jennifer at the bottom. There we go, Jennifer. Thank you.
You would. Rock the Boat says we had 4 free cruises from the casino club on MSC Cruises. They even offered them for a 7-day cruise. Man, MSC.
I want to do MSC. I'm doing it. Well, I haven't booked it yet because I got 10 other booked. But the World of America, I want to do it because I want to do the ship.
You gonna do it?
I am. I'm almost 90% sure that I'm doing that cruise, even though I haven't booked it yet.
The deals. I don't know. It's probably one of the best deals I've ever seen on an inaugural
cruise. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm so mad at myself. I got the inaugural Jubilee cruise, and I want to cancel it, but it's like I've talked about it so much now I feel like I can't cancel it.
Yeah. That's okay.
Not that again, I think the Jubilee is going to be a great ship. But again, I've done the Mardi Gras and the Celebration, and for what I'm paying for that cruise, I could go on other cruise lines and see what they have to offer.
Yeah. Jen's got jokes. Yep, always does. She says, "Really?" That's the website.
Yeah.
I have 4 free room offers from Carnival, from casino offers. I had some real good ones, but I can't put in vacation at the drop of a hat. So I had to say no. I think it was on the Luminosa. It's either the Luminosa. It was for Alaska. I think it was a 12-day, and I was like,
if it's cheap enough, it's worth it.
It is. I would definitely go to Luminosa.
Pay full price to go on it, but if with free offers or next to free offers, okay,
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, you're on a cruise. I mean,
yeah.
It's, I don't think I'd go on it if it didn't have a deal. If I didn't have a deal for it, but
yeah, no, I wouldn't either. I mean, it's just an old ship. I I bought a scratch off of like all the Carnival ships where you know if you've been on it, you scratch them off, and I think I think there's only like 4 or 5 I haven't been on yet. I've never been on the Dream, Valor, Vista, and Venezia. I think those are like the only ones that I haven't been on of Carnival that I haven't been on. So I'm gonna try to eventually hit those. And then they have the new Forenzia or whatever coming out from the West Coast. It's not out yet, but I want to try to do that one. But and Jubilee, of course, because it's not out yet. But again, I think those are like the only ones. I have to go look and see. I scratched it off. I haven't put it up yet, but it's a scratch off poster like this is. This is like the different countries that I've been in, and right there you see that's Australia. I mean, you can't see all the other small ones, all the other small countries, but this is for Carnival Cruise Lines, and my goal was that once I saw that, it's like I'm going to do every Carnival cruise ship.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Rock the Boat says MSC World had deals on MSC America. We were booked on Yacht Club for 2025. Yeah, man, we had to do it. Like the deals were, they were just too good. Like they're too good to be true. I feel like I felt like we're stealing. That's how good the deals were. I don't know. It's one of those new cruise lines that we're gonna try out, and I'm excited for it. I know we watched a couple of videos on your what is it, the Europa, and it looks very elegant. It looks very nice. I really like it.
It does.
Excited for World America. Yay, another sailing with Warm Strong Adventures. I know. I hope he likes us. Dream is a very beautiful ship.
What is a sister ship of the Dream? It's not. Is it the Breeze? What's the sister ship of Dream?
I think it is the Breeze.
Because again, I think I've been like on the I've been on the Breeze. I've been on the other ships, but never the Dream. And I like that class. That probably will be right behind the Vista class for me for Carnival, which is right behind the Mardi Gras, the Excel class ships, Breeze and Magic. Yeah, so I've been on Breeze and Magic, and I like that class of ship. But again, yeah, I'm easy to please.
Yeah. Actually, both of those are Dream class. So, if you like those two, you'll probably like the Dream.
I would imagine. Again, it's a Carnival ship, so I'm sure it's pretty much a Carnival ship.
Yep, Breeze and Magic. Yep. I've got 20 days till Platinum with Carnival, which I'll complete in 2024. Thinking about trying NCL or Royal. Thoughts? I want to try both of those as well. That's my thoughts.
I've only done the older ones, but NCL, their newer ships coming out look top notch, and Royal, again, they've been doing top notch since 2009.
Yeah, and I've heard the food is pretty good on Royal, so that's from what I've heard.
The Windjammer, Playmaker.
Yeah. They get the wings too, right?
The Playmaker is supposed to have some really good wings.
Yeah.
I get to find April 8th. I'm going on. I can't wait. I'm so excited about that.
April 8th.
April 8th. I'm going on. My daughter has a 4-day cruise on the Allure of the Seas.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
And I look at it, but they haven't renovated it, and I wish they would have done that. But again, I still think I love it.
Yeah. We've done 7 on MSC across 4 ships. Just keep in mind they have European sensibilities for the ship. Also, if you can go Yacht Club, they treat you better. Okay, that's
what sensibilities, European sensibilities. What are we talking about here?
Like an open mind towards like what kind of food they have, or um, maybe how they treat people. I'm not sure.
Yeah, yeah. I just want to know what that. Again, I know in my head what I think it means, but I don't want. I want to know kind of.
Yeah.
What to expect. Because I guess that's what the Luminosa, when they said it has the Italian flair, I was expecting I was expecting the Venezia layout on the Luminosa when they said Italian flair. That's what I was expecting. I didn't get that. And I was disappointed.
The only thing I don't like about the Dream is that it doesn't have the Red Frog Pub. I agree with you. That's what I loved about the Vista, and they don't have. When I went back to the Dream, they didn't have the Red Frog Pub. I agree with you on that. I do love the Dream. I've been on it like 4 times, and I've loved it. But there are some things I think when you get to like a certain point as a content creator, you start seeing things. Not even as a content creator, when you're recording things, you're kind of seeing like the flaws in things. And I shouldn't say it like that, but like you start seeing like there's some things I like about the Vista more than I like the Dream, and there's some things I like the Dream over the Vista. And then I'm like, oh, I didn't notice this first time, and now I notice it. It's kind of weird. Your eyes you kind of open up more. But back to that, like the sensibilities and stuff, I always walk in, especially on cruises, to an open mind. And I'm not a picky eater, so whatever type of food they have, I'm all for it. I'm willing to try it.
You getting the Vegemite?
Probably not.
Tony told me. Tony, I always wanted to try it, and Tony told me, they have it down in the buffet. I'm like, really? And I went down there. They had it, so I made me some toast, some buttered it up real well, and put some Vegemite on it, and it was disgusting.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
So yeah, like I said, the sign of the ship, the food, the entertainment. Yeah, I mean, come in. You go in with an open mind. I mean, there it is. And then the yacht club, is that you have to pay extra for that, right? Is that included, or is that like, is that something you have to? It's kind of like Faster the Fun.
I don't know enough about it.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to look it up because I've heard it. I've never seen the process on how to receive.
Rock the Boat has talked about that before, and I just don't recall what it is. And again, because I've never been on MSC, it didn't stick in my mind as far as what it was. But he says it was like, if you get a chance to do that, you want to try the yacht club.
Yeah, and honestly, like it's geared towards the European culture. I'm fine with that. Like
yeah.
I want to try different food. I don't want to have a hamburger and hot dog. Maybe sometimes, but I want to try new. That's why I want to go on cruises, because I want to try other things. Like I want to experience people's cultures, and I want to try the food and everything else. I'm a foodie, so I'm not a picky eater.
Right.
I love to see that. A more international clientele, cruisers from all over the world on the ships. That's one of the reasons they leave so late.
Yeah, and he at the bottom he explains what it is.
Oh, this one right here.
Yeah,
it's actual suites you can book, similar to the Haven ship, with within a ship concept. Oh, okay, so it's like the Haven rooms that they have on Carnival, or the harbor, the family harbor rooms.
Well, no, this is somebody has a Haven. Is it another cruise line? But it sounds like, the different amenities. The family harbor rooms, they're just basic rooms, And there's just like an area down on that floor where you can go and get the kids and play games and get some snacks. I think this is a little more deal toward like the adult side with the options.
Okay. Cruising on the high seas says, I would love to book another cruise right now, but the pocketbook says no.
Exactly, Rob. I agree.
But I do know I'll be booking one on late than March 31st, 2024, or January, February 2025. Let's see. So back to the to that. Costs a little more, but not as much as Haven. Plus, you get priority everything. So it's kind of like you get that concierge.
Yeah.
Without spending a whole bunch of money.
Something tells me, my wallet tells me, yeah, just stick to your standard room. But you never know.
I mean, it'd be kind of cool
for me.
Okay, y'all gotta go. I have papa duties with the grandkids. Y'all have a good night and be safe. You as well.
You too.
Bye-bye, Uncle Dave.
Thank you for coming in and watching.
Yeah.
This entertainment, like NCL Haven. Maybe we should really consider Yacht Club. I can look after this. I'll look on MSC bookings and see if there's an upgrade, or I'd hate to cancel it and redo it. Maybe I can call them. We'll see.
It's funny. Earlier you were talking about like YouTube and looking at ships. I've been on a lot of ships, and when I started doing YouTube, I started looking totally different at ships. If you ask me, again, I've been on over 40 cruises. You haven't heard that before, have you? Anyway, I've been on over 40 cruises, and I couldn't tell you much about the ships other than I had fun. I couldn't tell you the cruise director. I couldn't tell you about the restaurants, the bars. I went to a bar. They had a drink. That's all I could tell you about it. Once I started doing YouTube and started filming the ships, now I started paying attention to like bar names, cruise directors, the activities on the ships. And it just I look at the ships totally different. So that's why, just like, you guys are talking about the Breeze and Magic being sister ships to the Dream. I can't remember those ships. Once I got on the ship, it's like, oh yeah, I remember this. Oh, I remember. I can remember something like that. But off the top of my head, because all I did was just get on the ship. So doing this makes you open your eyes up, just so you can talk about it, more. Hey, little fella.
Hi, puppies. Yeah, definitely. Because I think you get more aware of your surroundings too. And you hate to be the person that like nitpicks but then you're like, I noticed it. It's unintentional. It's, and sometimes like a lot of the times people want to hear your opinion about the class of ships. And if I know we have a couple of videos like that, and the first thing I said was, we're not poking fun at at certain class of ships. We're just seeing the differences and kind of showing our opinion about those ships. We haven't posted those yet, but I don't want people to think that we're being privileged or whatever. It's just things that we notice, Originally it was only $300 or more than regular balcony. Lately the price has gone up, but it's still a good value. Drink package, Wi-Fi, and spa area access is included in room price. See, that's man. I think MSC is going to be one of those things where it's going to be part of the big. What do they call it? The big three,
or the big four.
I think it's going to be one of those. It's going to be those up and comers. It's going to end up anywhere. I think Galveston is going to eventually have MSC.
Okay.
So that's something that's definitely that we're going to look at, especially with their I said this earlier, but it was off live. But they do the loyalty match. So if you have Carnival or royal, you can match.
Okay. Oh, status.
Yeah, the status match. That's what I meant to say.
You know what? I applied for that. I never heard back. I need to give them a call. I think that's originally why I didn't book it originally, because I was waiting to see if I can get a status match, and I never heard back. And then I wound up spending money on something else, I believe. So
yeah, I had to submit. Like I took a picture. You go into the link, and then you're supposed to. I screenshotted my VIFP, my gold, my I don't want to say it's embarrassing, but gold.
Ew. Ew.
But I sent it in, and I think within 48 hours they sent me back like, "Hey, welcome to such and such. You're this level," and I'm pretty
really
level, yeah. And they say you have. So the way it is, the only downside is it disappears after a certain amount of time. So you put that in, but if you don't book anything between now and I think it was like 3 years, your rank will disappear and you have to do it all over again. So heads up to anybody that does do that, make sure to have a booking under the table when you
I'll make sure
after you do the tier upgrade. Dory, she made her official YouTube debut. Rob with Cruise Brothers here. Hi, Rob.
Hey, Rob.
Hey, Rob.
They have a policy: kids under 12 sale free. Got gator, steaks, chicken, and burgers grilling. That sounds like a good Sunday evening right there. Rock the Boat says MSC does status match. We started our first cruise as a second highest tier.
Okay.
See, that's pretty awesome. You get all those deals. Once I get my platinum on Carnival in January, I'll submit my upgrade for MSC. Yeah, they have. I don't remember what it entails. I know there's a list of what they offer. They're pretty good offerings. It's about the same as Carnival, I think. Man, we hit that 2-hour mark.
We still got 10 hours to go. Oh, no,
I'm
you got to go to work.
10 hours. I'm hungry. Rob asked if you're going to be in NOLA in October.
I am. I'm being for the booze cruise.
For the booze cruise.
Don't know where I'm staying at. Haven't looked at a room. Nothing. Best
Western has a really good place that we stayed at. It's right by the what is that, Bourbon Street?
Okay, yeah.
They had a pretty good deals. I don't know if that's something you can look at. 10 hours to go. Yeah, I'm not doing it.
We can do it. You can do it.
I'm not doing it. I still have to make dinner. Traveling with Tinkerbell. Hello.
Hey, Tinkerbell. Tinkerbell, she made me mad yesterday.
Uh-oh.
Tinkerbell, I used to come on here and I always kind of bragged. It was like low-key bragging, not low-key. And I'm like, I've been on 43 cruises. And people will go, ooh, wow, really? Wow, ooh. And you came on and said you did 48. You took my status away from me, Tinkerbell.
You need to push those numbers up, Bill.
I know, right? Come on, goodness, I got work to do.
You got some, yeah. You can do it. I don't know if I want to do 10 hours. That's a lot.
Let's plan next weekend. Your next 2 off days. Let's plan on it.
If I'm doing 10 hours, I'll just leave my live on at this point. That's a lot. Skrosness is here. Hey. Hello, everyone. You can get better deals if you don't want to stay in the city. Probably so.
I'm torn on that. Like I said, they were doing a haunted tour. I believe we're leaving out Sunday. I think Friday night they're talking about doing a haunted tour. So if I get down there Friday, I'm gonna try, get if I'm gonna stay outside the city but have to Uber in, well, I might as well. If that's the case, I might as well just think about just spending extra money on the hotel room and be closer to the port.
Yeah. I think it depends. Like if you want to spend the extra money to get that Uber, I mean, I don't even remember. There's so much to do in New Orleans. It's one of those places you just have to see. There's a ton of haunted locations too, if that's what you're into.
See, I'm not. I'm Bourbon Street. Give me Bourbon Street and the music.
Yeah, it's fun. We went during um, Mardi Gras, and it was pretty fun. And there was like parades you can take part of. You can set up parades, uh, and just walk down the street, and it's just one big party. We went to one of the bars that was featured on. I don't remember if you remember the show, but it's called Bar Rescue.
Yes.
There was a place called Spirits, and inside of Spirits, they had a barber chair in the middle that you could sit at and like take pictures and stuff. It was really cool. It's one of those things I would love to do again. Nice. I'm going to be down there too around that time.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, as it gets closer, just we hook up and find out something to do. As I said, I'm trying to get down there Friday. That's the plan. Friday, and then we leave out Sunday. So Friday night, I think we're supposed to be doing some kind of haunted tour. And then Saturday night, I think the group cruise tour people, whatever, we're supposed to be doing like a dinner. But other than that, you can find me on Bourbon Street probably.
It's fun. It's a party, and very historical too. A lot of historical sites to see if that's what you're into. Did I hear next weekend I'll go 48 hours? 48 hours live? No.
Tag team.
Huh?
That'd have to be a tag team show.
Right.
I'd have to follow. I'd have to take a nap. You're gonna watch a live, and it's gonna be me sleeping.
Well, no, that's where you tag him. He comes in and fills your spot while you sleep, and then you guys switch out.
From what I hear, that wouldn't be the first time.
What?
Somebody sleeping on a live. I actually one of my late night ramblings when I was trying to get my hours. Betty came on. It was like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Oh, Warmson, what are you doing up? I'm just trying to get my hours, Betty. Just trying to get my hours. She came on and said, "Oh, I'm here." She wound up going to sleep. She was up there on the panel going to sleep. Betty, you can go to bed, Betty.
Go to bed, Betty.
She's Warmson. You can use that in the clip. I'm like, I'm not going to do that, Betty.
Haunted tour at NOLA, it's gonna be a blast. Yeah, I if I could go, I'd go. I'm into that kind of thing. So, there isn't a whole lot of places down here. A lot of the places down here are too dangerous to explore by yourself, and I'd rather not.
Mm-hmm.
I probably wouldn't do that, but I'm always interested in those kind of things. It says the haunted tour is going to be Saturday, to what I heard.
Oh, again, and I haven't been keeping a real close contact with it. Mike Clock, and again, I don't know who's doing it, but Mike Clock I thought he was talking about Friday, and then I heard Bruce say something about trying to get a dinner together Saturday for everybody. But I could be off because, again, apparently I missed the Zoom call today.
For shame.
I know. I haven't been to one yet. What a knucklehead.
The food is amazing. I got to try some real authentic New Orleans food, and it was amazing. The gumbo is really good. Jambalaya, red beans and rice. It was. Like,
See, I don't eat seafood and I don't eat red beans and rice. So yeah, give me a hamburger, give me some pizza, give me
what?
The beignets. Beignets. I really enjoyed the beignets. I forget my niece used to live down there. We went to some shop. That was the greatest food I've ever tasted.
I can't believe this, Bill. You're a picky eater?
I'm very picky. Meat and potatoes.
Oh, you gotta try everything. Let's see. Tinkerbell says Mardi Gras is a beautiful ship. From what I've seen on videos, yes, it looks pretty.
Mardi Gras Carnival finally did it right. Mardi Gras was the first ship that I feel like they finally understood what Royal Caribbean was trying to do. They did it right. They did it with the different zones, spreading the people out. They gave you a lot of food options. I mean, just tons of places to go, places to sit, just chill. Mardi Gras celebration, and I'm assuming Jubilee are Carnival's, top ships in my opinion. They're huge. So if you again don't like walking in the 3 football fields to get from one end to the other, it might not be the ship for you. But the Mardi Gras, they started doing it right there. And then they did a Mardi Gras parade, and they would go around the ship with the king and queen. Mardi Gras, it was a lot of fun. And I had the Flying Scotsman, Chris Williams. He was the cruise director, and it was a great time.
Oh, he's great. He's great. We've had him a few times. He's pretty awesome. Kelly and I did a haunted tour of Oklahoma University one Halloween. It was pretty cool. Man, that sounds like fun. I never get to have fun like that. That's
too busy cruising.
I'm too busy cruising. Well, that's what happens, Bill, when you miss the Zoom call.
It is. You don't know what's going on. And I tried to go over there, and there's like all these conversations. Like, man, I really need to get over here because I have no idea what's going on.
I don't know. I just want to go on record, though. It wasn't me. Bill did it.
It's me.
Orange Cone Vlog is here. Hello.
And Tinkerbell's asking when did I go on a Mardi Gras. Mardi Gras, I had to do that like maybe January of 2022, probably. I did a back-to-back, and the ship was empty. The Mardi Gras was a great time. There were a couple of problems. They had a couple of venues where they had like live music, and it kind of bled into the each venue, so it kind of messed up the sound. They corrected that problem like on Celebration. So they did a few tweaks on the Celebration. So I think Carnival, the ship itself is Celebration is better, even though it's like the same ship. The ship itself is better, but when I went on the Mardi Gras, the food was better. But I went on the inaugural cruise for the Celebration, so I'm going to give them a break because maybe they were still just learning the ship.
Yeah, could have been the case. Hello.
Hey, Mike and Rihanna.
Man, I think that's it. I don't know. You got anything?
We talking cruising. Man, my goodness, I could sit up here all night talk about cruising.
I would. I think my dream cruise would be like probably Japan or maybe Ireland.
Yes. I mean, again, just wait till I get retired. And I didn't know about this earlier in life. I don't know how long they've been going on, like the Trans-Pacific and Transatlantic cruises, those longer cruises. If I had the money, Tony, you're going on like the 31 day?
Yep.
Doesn't that hit Japan?
Yeah, it's gonna.
Yep.
The first stop is Guam. The second stop is Okinawa. Then there's either 3 or 4 more stops in Japan, and then there's like 4 stops in Alaska.
I mean, that was like my dream cruise. I look every time I go to my profile on Carnival, I look for a deal. If I get that deal, I'm gonna be on there with you.
Okay. Yeah,
my goodness. Can
well,
you put me in
I'm
your
excited
suitcase?
about that. Well, I'm excited about that particular cruise because of the stop in mainly because of the stop in Okinawa. That's where I grew up kind of as a kid. My dad being in the military, we were stationed over there for 6 years from 68 to 74. And we'll be going back. We left when I
there
was
was somebody
13, and 74. We'll be going back in 24, which is exactly 50 years later. So I'm real excited about that. I've even gone on Google Earth, and the house that we lived in on base is still there. The churches that we went to are still there. The school I went to as a kid is still there. So we're trying to figure out a way to get on base to maybe go visit some of those places.
I'm sure there's got to be a way. There's got to be a way. But again, I mean, when you say those longer cruises, I swear, the most beautiful place I've ever been, where I want to go back to, is Moorea. It's French Polynesian island, not too far from Tahiti.
Yeah.
It was the most beautiful island, and again, they don't do a lot of cruise ships, so it's a lot of like you're dealing with the culture. You're going in town with the people, and it was the most beautiful place I've ever seen. Moorea.
It was.
Rock the Boat says they want to go to Singapore.
Singapore is another one.
I'd probably want to go there too. The food. I'm
picky. I don't go any place for food. I'm too picky. Steak and potatoes. But again, I mean, you survive.
There's food I want to try, and I haven't gotten to it yet. But like I'm willing to try, like, within reason.
Yeah.
If it makes sense, like I'll try it. But like I think I've ventured out more to try different things, but there's still things to this day that I will not eat. Caviar is one of them. I'm not going to eat caviar. I don't.
I haven't tried it, but I wouldn't. I've been interested in trying it, but haven't had the opportunity.
Jen says to keep going. Still shopping with Chloe. Are you gonna bring snacks?
Say bring snacks.
Bring snacks home. Bring Doritos.
Hey, I'm gonna get way off topic here. Andrew, did you see Secret Invasion finale?
I haven't watched it.
Oh, okay. Never mind. We won't talk about it.
I haven't watched any Marvel since
Oh, hey, Andrew, Lisa wanted me to remind you she's bringing the Vegemite for you to try on the Jubilee.
I can't remember.
We thought it would. Because of all the hype, we thought it'd be pretty good, so we bought a bottle until we tried it on the ship, and then it was too late to return it.
I was trying to steal some of theirs. Hey, can I try some of yours? He said, "Bill, they have it up on the deck." Oh, I'm like, really? Okay, well, I don't need to steal yours. I can go get my own. And I tried it, and as I said, made some toast and tasted it, and you can see it's an acquired taste. I mean,
yeah,
it wasn't the worst. No, it might have been the worst thing I've ever tasted.
I don't know. I think
I keep trying to figure out that there's got to be something that makes it taste good. Otherwise, it wouldn't be that big.
Right? Popular. Right. I mean, you would think it has to be something to it that I'm missing for this many people to like it.
Yeah.
Well, it's probably like, people like you can really like either really love mustard or really hate it. It's kind of like one of those things. And I guess if you've grown up with it for so long, it's kind of like one of those things where just your taste buds are used to that.
Well, I would rather spread mustard over a slice of bread and eat that than Vegemite.
No, but earlier he asked. I think the last Marvel show I watched was Winter Soldier. Well, I think that was the last show I watched. So I haven't watched any.
You're behind, sir.
Yeah, I haven't watched She-Hulk or I haven't watched.
Sir, what? You call yourself a Marvel fan? Come on now.
I've been
Been busy.
late. I haven't even watched the third season of Mandalorian yet. I'm behind. Send those deals at Carnival. Bill needs a vacation.
I do. I can't. But Jennifer, things happen for a reason. I really believe that things happen for a reason. I need Carnival to stop sending me deals, and that will make me venture out to different cruise lines.
It's like they know.
It's like they know, because it's like if here's World America. Come on, Bill. For $2,500, get a balcony room and come on World of America. Hey, Bill, you want a 30-day cruise for $100? Yeah, I take that one.
Yeah, right.
And that's why I've never been like on Oasis class ship. Carnival always gave me these great deals, so I go on these cruises. But I always want to go on Oasis of the Seas. Oasis of the Seas came out in about 2008, 2009, and I always wanted to go on it. But Carnival always gave me these great deals. And Royal, well, I'm paying full price, and it's like why would I pay full price when I'm going to the same ports on Carnival ship? So that's why I've always done so many cruises on Carnival.
Yeah, that's us. Rock the Boat says I'm open. I'll try anything at least once, as long as you put some fire to it. So some like seasonings.
No, well, probably heat. No sushi.
Oh, I'll eat sushi. I like sushi. I'll eat it.
I heard they have sushi that's cooked.
Yeah, you can get that.
I thought that's cooked fish. That's not sushi. I mean, sushi I always thought was like raw fish, but somebody said no, you can get it cooked. I'm like, well, that's just fish, right?
Yeah, you can. Yeah. I mean, you can get it. There's some that you can get cooked. I prefer that over regular. Escargot is a no-go for me. Me as well. I'm not going to try that. I'm good. I'm not as adventurous with food. I'll try things, but normal. Still go back to food patterns. I mean, I'm pretty open. I'll try anything.
We came across something. I forgot the name. I can't remember the name of it. But when we were in Hawaii, when we stopped on the Luminosa stopped in Hawaii, it was some sort of a spam roll. It was rice, spam wrapped in seaweed.
Yeah.
They made it out to be this big, kind of like Vegemite deal, where it's, oh man, that's fabulous. You just got to try it. It wasn't bad. I mean, it was edible, and I like seaweed. But this stuff here, I mean, it was just like, okay, well, I mean, I didn't see the hoopla about it, but it wasn't bad.
I did it. I didn't have the seaweed, but I had it was made musabi, I think, or whatever it was called, and it was like a cooked spam with rice, and like kind of like a sushi roll. And I tried it. It wasn't bad. I've never had spam before, and it wasn't bad. I mean, was it? I mean, was I crazy about it? No.
No, but I mean, it was okay. It's not something you'd write home about, but
yeah,
that's their signature, isn't it? Like they like spam is like their thing. Like they love that.
It is. It was like a lot of delis. You go into the stores, and here, here's the deli. Here's spam rolls and all this other. I'm like, okay, I'm in.
I feel it, Andrew. We just finished Miss Marvel. See, I haven't watched that one either.
Come on, people.
Not that long ago. We're so behind too. Well, I don't know. I haven't even I haven't watched Black Panther yet. The second one, and I want to.
Come on now.
I just failed. The last, I think Guardians was our last movie that we saw with Marvel.
I enjoyed that one.
That was really good. Bruce and Cruisevet will be with us. Maybe we will want to try as well. I'm not trying caviar. Where's Down Under Cruisers when we need him? He's just working hard. It's Monday there, so he's working hard over there. Rock the Boat, been trying to go on Oasis of the Seas since 2010, but it's always too expensive.
Yes, I see. I agree with that because again, that's why I never went on Oasis of the Seas or Lure of the Seas. It was always so expensive. And Carnival, here's a deal. Buddy, we love you, buddy. Come on back with us.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. Come back to us.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Come on
a Carnival ship.
Escargot looks like snot, but tastes like mushrooms. My favorite dish. That's the other thing. What's that other thing that kind of looks like snot? That's seafood. I don't like.
Clams.
Yeah.
Oysters.
Yeah,
oysters.
Oh God, no.
No way.
I don't understand how people like enjoy that. Like how they enjoy that food. I'm just like,
I don't know.
How do you get past the consistency? That's my thing. Like,
dip it in hot sauce.
With hot sauce? Is that what you said?
Yeah. Hot sauce and chunk it.
Hot sauce. Yeah, hot sauce is a lot. I get escargot every time they offer on the ship. All right. Hope you enjoy it. Was in Hawaii in '97. They were selling Spam burgers at McDonald's.
I would have tried it.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's not my.
Just don't tell me how you make the Spam, and I'll probably be okay with it.
Right. Yeah.
You just put it on the skillet. That's all you got to do. Just
no. I'm talking about what is Spam.
Well, it's like hot dogs.
Well, same thing with hot dogs. I don't want to see them make hot dogs. I'll eat a hot dog, but I don't want to see them make hot dogs.
Between teaching grad school and K schedule, it's tough. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough trying to watch. It's trying to watch shows. Like when I'm on my lunch break, I can probably get like an episode in, and then that's it.
And now you're doing YouTube. I mean, that
between
takes
YouTube,
up a lot of your spare time.
Yeah, it's tough. And then sometimes getting a video game in, and I can't just sit down and play for an hour. I have to play like for a couple hours.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of scheduling involved. Jennifer, my sister. I'm getting hungry.
Snacks, Jennifer. Snacks.
I need snacks. Get the
2 lemon bars.
A what?
2 lemon bars. Private joke.
Yeah.
Eat some Vegemite.
No. Escargot. Oh, I already read that one. What am I doing? Close your eyes, open your mouth, and shove it in. Just eat it. Is that the slogan to Vegemite?
I think it's Vegemite too.
This sounds like talk for a late night show.
Prime time.
Right. Oh boy.
Sadly, cruise ship is the only place I can get escargot. Yeah. Anywhere else is going to be too expensive. According to Google, this is what Spam is: pork with ham, meat added. That counts as 1. Salt, water, potato starch, sugar, and sodium nitrate.
I'm just afraid when they say pork or ham meat, it's not like the ham that we're used to seeing. It's the parts of the pig that we probably wouldn't like to eat by itself. Again, I don't know, but it's like I'm sure it's all grunt. Okay, I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah. Well, I try to stay away from pork. It's not one of those things I particularly like. I'm probably one of the only few that does not like pork chops. It's just I I I'm sorry. I don't think it's good. Maybe it's because I've never had it that it was good, or um, maybe if I had it with like hot sauce, I'd probably like it.
The
But yeah,
things you find out about somebody on YouTube.
huh?
The things you find out about somebody on YouTube.
I try to stay away from pork.
What
Now,
about bacon?
oh, bacon. Yeah, I'll eat bacon.
Okay.
I'll eat pork skins, like
Okay.
I'll eat those, especially the hot ones. Those are my favorite. I feel like to this day it goes very good with beer. If you've never tried it, it's good. It's one of those like drinks that complement the food, kind of. Jen says she got snacks. Don't worry. What kind of snacks did you get? You get something from me, or
Bring enough to share with everybody.
Down Under says, "What's wrong with axle grease or Vegemite? Is there people in Australia that don't like Vegemite? I wonder if that's
Oh, they have to. There has to be.
they gotta be like, this is trash."
But you know what? Even though I think about like beer. When I first tasted beer, I thought it was like dishwater. But now I've come to enjoy a beer. I'm not a big beer drinker because you know how people IPAs and ambers and ales and all this other stuff. It's all beer to me. But again, I can tolerate it. It's like alcohol. It's cognac. I love cognac, and a lot of people want to mix it with something. I like to drink it straight, and it's like a lot of people don't like it like that. In which, I mean, you defeat the purpose of the taste of the cognac if you mix it. Anywho,
I agree with you. Yeah, when you just have it with like a little bit of ice, it complements it.
Ice.
Yeah, to keep it.
to water it down.
It's the same with bourbon. You want to do the same, or scotch.
I mean, you want to sip it. You want to taste the flavor. You don't want to water it down. Ah,
Andrew. I didn't say fill the whole cup with ice. I just said a little bit of ice. You do it with scotch too. Like when you're drinking scotch, you want to have just a little bit of ice, just to balance the flavor out a little bit. They use this might be graphic because I have a story behind this. They use every part of the hog except for the snout. You should come down to Central Texas, or South Texas. They sell the pig head. That's graphic. I don't buy it, but you can buy it here.
It seems like I saw where it was one place or maybe a couple places where they actually pickled it.
Yes. Yep. And it has more to do with the demographic of down here, and its seasonality. It's not something that's sold constantly. It's one of those things that that is like depends on the season. I don't remember the season. I don't remember. No pork chops, Andrew. Blasphemy. Yep. I don't know. I guess maybe it wasn't made correct, like made the way I liked it. I'm not sure. I don't know. But every time I've had it, I'm like, it's okay. I know, guys. Doesn't like pork chops. I'm the only one that doesn't care for bacon.
Who said that? Jennifer?
How dare you?
Jennifer.
Bacon.
Well, she's saying that she doesn't care for it. She's not saying she don't like it.
I don't know about you. There's something off about you, Jen. Talking about Vegemite is a yeast extract made in the beer making process. So it's just okay, I guess. So I can craft beer is good. I can pretty much differentiate the beers. I'm not going to say I'm a beer connoisseur, but I can tell like an IPA from a stout or a regular, like Bud Light or anything like that. I wouldn't say I'm like the best at it, but like if it's too Hoppy for me. I'm not gonna really like it. Uh, I usually stick with the easy stuff like Dos Equis or um, Stella Artois or Sam Adams. Usually the ones I usually stick with. Um, I've
Did I
been
hear Budweiser?
not they give me headaches. Budweiser, they Bud Light and Budweiser. I don't know. They've ever since I like started drinking,
Yeah.
they give me headaches. I don't know why. Um, it's how you eat Vegemite. It's very salty. It should be smeared very thinly on a slice of butter toast. So you just put like a small amount. Is that what you're saying?
Very small amount. But it's still not good. It's because it is. It's like real salty. It's a flavor
Yeah.
that
Okay.
you won't soon forget.
So neat. No ice in whiskey. Yes, you do not put ice in whiskey, but
You
when you make
don't.
scotch, you should have it with ice. What if you're just sipping on it? Like, you're making yourself. I wouldn't really drink straight Crown. No, never mind.
And again, I mean, again, it's more of a sipping. Like cognac is a sipping drink. So what I'll do is I'll have a cigar, a shot of cognac, and it pairs well with chocolate. So get some chocolate, and it just pairs well. And I could sit there all day.
Yeah.
And then you used to have it on the Royal where you had like the jazz club. I was looking forward to going to the jazz club. Anywho,
Yeah, I see what you're saying. When you're having it straight and you have a cigar. See, I've always said that when you have a cigar and you have something that complements with it, like a like a cognac or a even a scotch is good.
yeah,
Have
that's good
something.
scotch.
I have scotch, but it's very cheap scotch. It's not very good. Jennifer, no bacon. Nope, no bacon.
No bacon.
Wild.
Well,
You don't like it on a turkey sandwich or like a burger
oh, bacon goes with anything.
on pizza?
Oh, you gotta,
Pizza?
Oh
you
yeah.
gotta have it on pizza.
Bacon pepperoni? That's all I used to eat. Bacon pepperoni.
Pepperoni pop or the jalapeno poppers wrapped in bacon.
Oh,
Smoked
Oh,
those
actually-
the other couple of weeks ago, and they turned out great.
I was so excited. They brought back like the dinner. I'm sorry, the diamond lunch, and that one of the entrees is a bacon wrapped filet mignon. I can't wait. I can't wait.
ooh.
Yeah, that sounds great. Because
They used to,
I haven't had it, but filet mignon's excellent.
didn't they used to have one? Don't they have one that's like it's wrapped around like the steak at the? They used to have it at the steakhouse where it was wrapped.
I haven't seen it in a while, and this is coming back with Carnivore from the Diamond Luncheon. But yeah, this is wrapped. It has a fillet, and then it's wrapped. The bacon is wrapped around. Oh my goodness, it's delicious.
That's what turkey bacon is for. No, I'm gonna take the whole thing.
Turkey bacon. What is turkey bacon?
It's not bacon. That's what it is.
It's turkey. What is that?
From a religious point of view, some people will not eat pork. Yeah, and it's not even like a religious. Like I'll eat some. It's just some things I don't like. It's just not something
Yeah.
I enjoy as much. If you drink Foster's, you know that you're not Australian. I don't drink Foster's. We
Yeah, I don't
carry
think
it.
I've ever had a Foster's.
No, I tried it.
We have a brewery we love to go to that has an amazing selection of craft brews. I'll have to try that. Andrew, you worry me. Just sip neat Crown anytime. So I would probably, if I were to sip Crown, it would probably be the vanilla. Because I really enjoy the vanilla. I could probably drink that straight, and I'd be okay with it. I probably wouldn't do the original. It would have to be like the vanilla or the caramel or the apple.
Come on.
You gotta
Flavors of come
You gotta
on.
have flavor with it. It's gotta have.
You do have the flavor. It's called the flavor of Crown.
No, you gotta
Yeah,
have something with it. You gotta have. You gotta have. You gotta have. Like, I'm not 18 anymore or 21 anymore. Can't just drink
That's
that
funny.
straight. That's wild.
That's funny.
I'd have to call into work the next day. Oh wait. Bacon on pineapple pizza? No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Disrespect.
No.
Oh yeah, that's good. That's good.
Pineapple, ham, and
Yeah.
No.
Pepperonis. I'm sorry. I'm having brain fart.
My Italian ancestors would roll in their grave if they heard that.
Oh, I love pineapple on pizza.
No,
with ham and pepperoni. My goodness, it's the salty with the sweet, and I mean it's a.
No. All of you are wrong.
See, Tinkerbell, I love pineapple on pizza. See. Wait a second, Jennifer?
Yeah, she likes pineapple and black olives. It's gross.
I don't know about the black olives now, Jennifer. You've gone a little too far with that.
That's gross. I don't know.
And see,
there was a place down here that made a cheeseburger pizza. I've never seen anybody make it quite like this before, but they had the cheeseburger pizza, and it had the bacon and stuff like that on there. And then they got mustard, mayonnaise, and ketchup, and kind of drizzled it all over the pizza. So when you bit into it, you not only had the cheeseburger pizza, but then you had the mustard, mayonnaise, and ketchup in your bites. And it was. I've only seen it once. Man, it was some good pizza.
Really?
I bet it was good though.
I don't know what they use for a base. You know, if they use what kind of sauce they use for a base. But when I saw the mustard, mayonnaise, and ketchup, it was like they got one of those little squirt bottles and just kind of drizzled it in different directions. It was good.
I look forward to the pizza when I go back up north. It's gonna be one of those things I'm just gonna have to get because it's not the same down here.
Now, see, hey Tony. Now, we're gonna change. Well, I'm gonna talk about something a little different. See how easy it was to go for 3 hours just talking.
Yeah.
This is alive, and as long as you come up with topics and people, you follow your chat, and you get somebody who likes to talk, me, on your chat. And you could talk about a lot of different topics. However, it all comes off of your love for scuba diving, your love for cruising, and then you kind of venture down the road of the food on the cruise ship. Well, I like this type of food, and then it just kind of drifts away. So even though we've been on here, we really haven't talked about the same thing twice. You'll find some chats they just rehash the same conversation over and over again, and that gets kind of tiring and boring, and people get bored and want to leave. But again, I think we did a pretty good job of touching on a lot of comments, and I just want to point it out how you were talking about doing lives, how easy this can be. And Andrew's he's incredible. He's guiding us down here.
Oh yeah.
And as Sean says, I'm an introvert. I really am. I've once you get to know me, my friends. Yeah, I get loud and whatever, but around people I don't know, like when you meet me on a cruise ship, I probably won't talk much.
Right.
Tony and Lisa, I kind of knew you guys from Jennifer, so trying to find you guys and sit there and try to talk. But I really, you'll see me sitting on a cruise ship. I'll be on the Lido deck with my laptop, probably my earbuds in, downloading video or even uploading clips of videos I want to put together. But feel free, if you ever see me, come on up and talk. I don't go out searching out people.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm the same way.
Same here. And that's why I think it was going to be, I was kind of reluctant about doing it because I know how I am, but I consider myself an introvert also.
Yeah.
And it's so bad that some people have thought that I was stuck up because I was so withdrawn. And so when it came time to do stuff like this, I just really didn't know how it was going to be.
And it's funny because again, I ramble and I talk a lot at times, but I really don't talk much. I mean, I sit here, like if I don't know people, like if this panel had people that I didn't know, whatever, I would just sit here and probably not say anything. Oh, that was a good point, and not say anything. That doesn't really help the conversation much, but
right.
Yep.
And how does Jennifer say pizza with no meat? I'm
I don't
sorry.
know.
Is she 12? No, the 12-year-old would have at least pepperoni on it.
No pepperoni.
Is she 4? Because you got to get cheese pizza. How no meat, Jennifer?
Not even pizza. Like a Philly cheesesteak pizza. Oh,
right.
Man.
You got some type of meat needs to be on the pizza.
Yeah. So hear me out. Canadian bacon and black olives. My staple when I work at Domino's. So here's my rant about olives. They taste like they're from the can, like always. Like they have that very like I don't know. I don't like black olives.
I don't know. It's the consistency of it. As you know, you're talking about earlier. It's just something about when I bite it. It's just like I don't know. It's just there's no crunch. It's like I don't like it.
I don't like the taste. Bill's an introvert, as you folks know. Yeah, I could tell.
I know. I mean, it comes off. I know how I come off sometimes, and he starts to talk. But a lot of even my talking, a lot of it is from nervousness, and I start to ramble. And again, I should have been on the debate team. We could talk about a topic right now, and whatever you pick, I could pick the opposite side and argue that point. It wouldn't matter what it would be. I was gifted with that, the gift of arguing. So my ex says. Anywho, I could do it all night long, but I don't. It takes a little bit to get me talking.
Yeah. Rockabo says sacrilege.
It is.
I don't know.
No meat.
My 5-year-old even does pepperoni.
Exactly.
Yeah, she's just vegetables. That's it. Pineapples, black olives, sometimes bell peppers. I guess on the bell peppers, depending on what it's matched with, it has to be something that complements each other, like a Philly cheesesteak with bell peppers. I'd probably get that.
Hey Jennifer, try it with instead of bell peppers, get banana peppers.
Oh, that's good too. Those are good too. What's wrong with you people? No meat, pineapples, or olives on your pizza. Ice and whiskey. I don't know. Next, you'll be telling me to have Vegemite and a mac and cheese. No, you leave mac and cheese alone. Don't put anything with it. Mac and cheese is one of those things you don't mix anything with.
I'm not a big mac and cheese guy. I'll eat a little. I know. But I am.
Bacon crumbles and throw it in that mac and cheese.
Yeah. Something like that. That would make it like better.
A broccoli, cut up broccoli.
I don't know about that, but
yeah. No vegetables.
Some good stuff.
Why make something that's bad for you healthy?
I enjoy talking to people. If it's a like conversation and it's something that's easy to talk about.
Yes.
Yeah, but if it's people that are just one answered kind of people, it's kind of hard for me to bounce things off of,
Well, you know what? My biggest problem with talking first of all, I don't talk a lot about myself. I mean, again, we talk about cruises and stuff like that, but my personal life, I don't get too much into it. I don't like talking to people because most people don't have an open mind. And again, when I talk to people, I love talking to people with an open mind because I feel like, if I told you right now, there's aliens amongst us, and most people would say you're crazy, they're not, or whatever. But I would sit there and actually listen because I mean, just think about through history of mankind, the Earth was flat, and you know, ketchup was a medicine, and all this. I mean, if you ever listen, and people, I mean, they would it was absolute that, you know, the Earth was flat. I mean, there was no doubt about it. Then later on, it's not, and you have to learn how to listen to people, even the craziest, what we consider crazy. If you listen to them, they can make sense. But a lot of people don't do that, and I hate hearing people talk about, you know, this person is one way, and I hate this or that. So I stick to cruising because I love cruising, and that's what. And here I go. I'm rambling again, people. I'm sorry, but again, I stick to cruising, and I love talking about cruising. We can talk all day about cruising.
Yeah.
I'll stop talking.
No, keep going. Hates anything with olives. Yeah, it's just I can't. There's something about it. It's the taste and the texture, and I'm a very like textured kind of person. Like if the taste is not there and the texture is off, I'm not gonna eat it. Like that's why I have a hard time with fat on steak. I can't eat it. It's because of the consistency.
Yeah, I don't like it
just
either.
I cannot that consistency of it. It's kind of gross.
I like, you know, like a little marbling of the steak, you know, with the fat, the little marbling. But like some people like chew on the fat. Like I cut that off, and it's like, how do you eat that?
Oh, I mean, as long as it's not real thick. I mean, you get some steaks where the fat may be an inch thick on it. Yeah. No, I don't like that. But if it's like anywhere from a quarter to maybe a little over a quarter of an inch thick, and you cook the steak good, I'll eat the fat with it. To me, it actually adds flavor to the steak.
Yeah,
but the big chunks of fat, no, I can't.
Yeah, you'll see me like push it to the side. I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm a talker. I'll talk to anyone. My wife's more reserved and calls me Chatty, Kathy. I mean, I've told Jen, I'm like, hey, you kind of talk a lot. Like, bring it down a little bit. Like, I'm more reserved myself. Like, I'd rather listen to everybody else talk than me.
I don't mind. You know, people come up to me, talk. I gladly talk. But again, me going up to other people, that it won't happen. I mean, I just very, very rarely would I go up to people. Hey, nice to meet you. Hey, I saw you on YouTube. I loved your channel. It's hard for me to do that. But I would gladly, if somebody came up and said hi to me or whatever, or we're doing like an excursion or something together. Yeah, I'll talk, but I just don't go up to people and just start talking. Usually. Yeah. Till I start drinking, then that's it.
Drinking. I start talking a lot when I drink. Yeah.
You don't want to catch me in a nightclub, people.
Yeah. In the center of the earth, and that the earth was at the center, not the sun. Yeah, I mean, it's come a long way. I mean, they didn't have the technology that we have now during that time, so all they could do was look at the stars and venture guesses. But now there's plenty of knowledge in the world that helps with that.
I mean, again, and they're having these UFO hearings now, and there's so many different things out there that you're just not sure of. And again, that's why I value everybody's opinion, and if we can learn how to, like me, how we can agree to disagree. I'm more than willing to listen to any topic you want to talk about. I don't believe in absolutes. I just don't believe in absolutes.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's there's some things that people just can't agree on, but sometimes it's kind of like maybe push those to the side and talk about other things instead, and
find some common ground to talk about.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, at the end of the day, people enjoy, vacations. So that's the easiest thing to talk about. And, um, there's
But
gonna,
catch me at the nightclub.
hey,
a few rum punches. Oh, maybe like, Bill, what's wrong with Bill? Is that you?
I'm okay with that. I love, hearing about other people's stories and, their opinions on things, and just hearing the other side. I'm open to it. I've opened up, and um, just hearing people is what I enjoy the most. So Andrew gets me. I can't do the fat. I just I know that's where the flavor is. I know it. I just can't get behind it. Oh, I skipped one. Andrew, would you eat avocado? It's not my favorite. It's not.
Yeah,
I'm okay if it's not there.
I'm the same way with that.
Um, the dogs get any of the fat off the steak. Yeah. Um, yes, Jennifer is a talker. Between her and me, she could talk your ear off all day long.
I
I
know.
I am more reserved, and um, there are times I have to kind of sit in the car before I get back into the house, or like when I'm going into work, because I need that minute to center myself.
Yeah.
Um, and I have to make sure my filter is on correctly, and like I just have to make sure I'm mentally prepared.
Well, I did that. I did that too. I had a job where, and basically filtered everything I said, and I always assumed I was being recorded, and I always watch what I say, and I try not, anything that's not politically correct. I kind of avoid talking about it. I'm getting better now, where I'll say stuff now. But I mean, for a long time, everything I did, I assumed I was being recorded, and what I said could be held against me. Anywho,
Yeah,
um, I'm better. I'm better now. I mean, again, it's you go through a whole life living a certain way. It's tough.
yeah. Sorry, I love throwing historical facts in the mix. It's my passion. Hey,
It's good.
love historical facts. It's
That's how we.
interesting.
That's how we learn.
That's how you learn. Um, I love hearing about it. I love hearing about the history, and you know, um, space was always interesting to me too, and um, even like a little bit of physics. Kind of like if you like read into physics, it's pretty interesting as well. Um, just learning, man. I love
It
this.
is. And not to sound, I don't want to. I'm okay. This is a learning point, people. It may come off as a gambling degenerate, but I'm watching YouTube videos and they're talking about these slot machines. And how you have these slot machines where you coins go into a pot and the pot closes, or the rockets go off. You fill up the rockets and they explode. I don't know, for people that play
Yeah.
slots, you probably know what I'm talking about. Come to find out that all that's random. It's just there for your sight. It has nothing to do. In other words, the pot. It doesn't matter how full it is. If it's empty, it could still close, or if it's busting over the seams, it could close. It has nothing to do with that. So I've sat down at slot machines where the pot is full. It's like, man, that pot is about to close. I'm gonna get down here and I'm gonna close the pot and hit the bonus round and win all this money, and it never closed. And I learned watching YouTube videos that that's just random. It means absolutely nothing. So I don't chase pots anymore.
I used to do that too. I used to chase the pots because I'd be like, oh, that one's almost full. I need to hit it. That's a hot seat. I got to get on it, and I'll be there for hours and nothing. But then I've gone on one that was like completely empty, and I hit that bonus like the first spin.
I didn't know that, and I was so glad when I learned. But again, that's what you're always constantly learning. You listen to people talk. I think Tinkerbell had a question. Want to know about YouTube hours work for live stream?
I need a bit of understanding of how the YouTube hours work for live streams. So if you're what is it? Sharing. I don't know it as well as you, Bill. You probably know that answer better than I do.
I'm sorry, I had the ears were bothering me. What was said?
You would probably know this better than I would.
Oh, I don't know about that. Well, and again, you get watch time for people like on this live right now. How many people? How many people are in here? Let's see. There's 10 people in here. So I don't know who's. I'm not sharing it out. I think Andrew and Tony are sharing it out.
Yes.
So let's say Andrew has 6 people in his live, and Tony has 4 people in his live. They're getting credit for the watch time of Tony would be getting credit for 4 people in his live and Andrew for 6. The number changes. People come in and out of lives all the time. My understanding is that that's all they get. You know, so in other words, there's 10 people. They're both not getting credit for 10 people being in the live.
Yeah,
and again, I don't know. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. My understanding was that it's not split. It's not like if there's 10 people, he'll get 5 and I get 5.
No, it's not split. No.
It's like a certain number of people in your room.
And I think a lot of people get that, like they do co-streaming. They don't quite understand that. And co-streaming is, I think, is fine if you have people from different. If you have people, if you're pulling from a different pool of people. So me and Andrew are kind of like in the same niche as far as cruising, and we have the same friends. So if I went live right now and Andrew was live, half of you would go to Andrew, half of you would come to me. And Andrew is trying to get hours. That's why I don't go live like this. I'd rather for everybody to watch Andrew's live than mine, because I don't want to take any hours away from him. Now, if we were doing a show together, it'd be something different. We're trying to build the audience for that show. So we want, as many people coming in from many different directions.
Yeah.
But yeah, I the live streams, they do add up, because we've been on here for, let's say, 3 hours. And let's say if you go to YouTube Studio, you'll see what the average was. So let's say the average in this chat was 15 people. Well, that's average for over 1 hour is 15. That's 15 hours. Well, he's been to 3 hours, so that'd be 40. That would be 45 hours that he earned from this one particular live.
Yeah,
could be a little bit more, could be a little bit less, but roughly. And that's why it's so easy to gain watch hours from lives. If you have videos and they earn 500, 600, 700 views, and there's a high retention rate, well, you can get a lot of watch hours from your videos. Most of us don't have that. That's why everybody's always struggling for watch hours, because what people do is they watch 2 or 3 minutes. So here's a video with 100 views. Well, if people only watched 3 minutes of that video, 3 minutes 100 times comes up to a little over 2 hours or whatever it is. Whereas you come on here, he's probably again, as I said, Andrews probably has gained 40 hours tonight because of this live. So that's why live streaming, a lot of people do live streaming, especially when you're trying to get watch hours, if that makes sense.
And you can also throw in some premieres too when you premiere videos. Not only is it good to schedule, you can have your community with you during those premieres, and they'll comment live chats, and it'll help with your algorithm when you boost those premieres. And
right, and that's why I do it.
Yeah.
I do premieres normally because you get like your base to come in, and now I would think it helps the algorithm as far as, hey, people are watching this video. Look at they got so many likes on the video. Let's share it out a little bit, instead of people trying to find it through search or through recommendations on YouTube.
Yeah. Down Under says, my problem is I need to experience other food like guacamole. It's one of those things.
Guacamole is just okay.
If it has a spice to it, I'll eat it. It has to have something because I feel it doesn't have a flavor. It's just there. Like it has to have like some type of like flavor to it. Um, Speaking of space and the Fat Gal Cruisers, we know more about space than we do about our oceans. Yes, and it's
That's
pretty
scary.
scary if you think
Yep.
about it. I think what was it, 5 or 7% of the ocean was explored somewhere around
Yeah.
there. Um, because you kind of get the gist of like what's in space. I mean, you go past everything, and then the galaxies, and then go further than that, so on and so forth. But it's so below in the ocean. It's so unknown. There's so many unknowns,
Yeah.
and I think I feel like that's more. I think that's scarier than space, to be honest with you, because you don't know what's down there.
Well, one of the things about the ocean too is that you have all the pressure on you, whereas the opposite in space, you have a vacuum. So it's
Yeah,
easier to build a spacecraft for a vacuum than it is for
Yeah.
thousands and thousands of pounds per square inch of pressure.
yeah, and um, both aspects like interested me, like space and the ocean, and it's one of those things like it's interesting.
I see. Traveling with Tinkerbell. I did one premiere and no one showed up. Yeah, Tinkerbell, and that's one of the things as you try to expand your market. Let's say, um, it's a tough thing to do, but you got to use people search YouTube for videos. So let's say you're doing a cruising video, a premiere. Do hashtags cruising, Luminosa, Mardi Gras, Carnival, Royal, and when people search for those topics, it'll bring up some of your content. So that's one way to do it, and also use your community tab to spread it out there where people. If you go into your analytics, you'll see how many times your thumbnail has been seen by people, and you want it seen. I mean, again, you might not get a lot of views. There's a click-through rate when people see your video and they don't click on it. So I mean, they like bypass it. So, but if you get a click-through rate of like 10, so 1 out of every 10 people click on your video, you're actually doing pretty good. But yeah, do your thumbnail, a few days ahead of time, and use your community tab. Get your friends maybe to share it out, so you get more eyes on your thumbnail. And that's why you want to create a nice looking thumbnail. Hey, cruising, controversial cruising. I got to speak to my partner.
How's it going? Jennifer says co-streaming can also be good if you're trying to get your name out there because it helps people learn who you are and can hop over to your channel. Yep. Yeah, I agree. Having the community with you it helps a lot.
Especially like smaller channels. I mean, again, smaller channels, it works wonders. Like you guys yesterday, doing the 3 groups for the smaller channels. A lot of people got to see them because they're really not part of this community.
Mm-hmm.
Now, once you're around us for about 6 months, well, now you got to bring some new people into the community, Tony.
We've done that also traveling with Tinkerbell. If you give a few days notice, it also helps, and then it will send a notification 30 minutes before. Also, Paul Vines on YouTube posts a daily guide.
Yep.
Yeah,
and all that helps.
Yeah, that helps a lot. So hashtagging works, and you want to keep it under a certain amount. You don't want to like throw like 50 hashtags. Like
I heard if you use too many, they don't use any of them at all. So yeah. I mean, whatever it was, like 13, 14, 15, whatever it was, It's like if you can use actually too many hashtags, and then
Yeah,
they just stop.
I think 5 or 6 is okay.
Yeah.
Um, and that's for shorts as well. You don't want to put like a million hashtags on your shorts as well.
Now, is that in the title of the video, or is that in the tags?
You can add some tags to the title, and you can also add them to the description as well. In shorts, you're gonna want to do hashtags.
Yeah, I don't try to use them too much in the title. It makes the title look ugly, in my opinion. I put them where the tags belong, so if they search it, it pulls it up. But you know, if I'm on my TV and I'm screening through videos, I don't want to see hashtag Carnival, hashtag Royal, hashtag Luminosa. I want to see. I want a title that's going to try to catch me. And I'm not very good at this, so you know, when you see my titles, it's like, you know, Embarkation Day. That's my title. But it's like what I want to be doing is guess what I did on Embarkation Day, or you'll never guess, because now people, well, let me go see what he did. What happened on Embarkation Day? My titles I think are boring. I'm trying to get better at it, and this is where you say learning is a process.
Yeah.
For me, it's like like your sharks, your thumbnail. Get a good picture of a shark and you with you, and so people when they see it, it's like, man, I want to see what happened. My opinion.
I think it's it's kind of like one of those things where it's like clickbait done right. And
I try not to do clickbait.
It's a very gray area. You see it a lot, clickbait a lot. It's a lot, and honestly, it's one of those things that's hit or miss because
some are worse than others. But again, you'll see in like some of the bigger channels and stuff like that. You'll see them like on their on a thumbnail where they had the shocked face or whatever talking about something, and the clickbait that I don't like is you put the picture of the beautiful girl in the thumbnail and she's not in the video. See, now that's just you're just getting me to click on it. Clickbait.
Yeah.
Not that I would click on that video for that reason only, people.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm okay with it either way. It's just kind of like I don't really see a use for having that because I don't want to seem like I'm over dramatizing like what is actually going on. Like I don't want to put that and then like all it was Embarkation Day and they're like, can't believe what happened on Embarkation Day, and it was me walking on the cruise ship, and that was it.
Well, and again, that's the whole thing. Is it's like some of those clickbait videos. It's like I've disliked it. It's like, yeah, come on now, that wasn't even in the video, or it just you won't believe what happened at the end, and nothing happens at the end. Watch the entire video, wait till the end, and nothing happens at the end. Yeah, dislike. Block. I don't never want to see you again.
It's a fine line, and if you can use it to your advantage, and if it actually truly did happen, say like a shark got within like an arm's reach of you, and you're like, a shark got within arm's reach of me, you could use it. You could use that. I could see where it would make sense and would work, but a lot of times it doesn't work. It's a gray area.
Well, I mean, again, like a shark got close to you, and it's like great white, 3 feet from me, and then type whoa. Now the great shark maybe didn't do anything to you, but you'll go whoa because people want to know: did he bite him? Did he attack him? What happened? To me, that's not clickbait. That's just a good thumbnail.
That's a thumbnail. That's a perfect thumbnail. That would work. It's just when they overdrop. I don't know because I mean it's kind of hard.
It is.
You see those people and they're successful, and you're like, oh, I wonder if that actually works. Mm-hmm. But then you kind of have like a conscience, and you're like, I don't know if I want to do that. Like, it's tough. It's kind of like one of those things where you have to look out for.
Tinkerbell is
I
leaving.
what you guys are saying on that. I mean, at least make it relevant to what's in the video.
Yeah.
Not don't make them expect something that they don't get, because then
Right.
the next time you see one of your videos, it'll be like, well, yeah, that's, you know, they're
Good night,
less likely to
Tinkerbell.
click. No, it's not there.
Bye. Thank you for coming. I know we're slacking on the chats again. I'm sorry. Controversial cruising's having a rough day. Today is one of my Fridays. Was a combo of busy and broken AC. Oh God! In today's weather.
Yikes.
So I'm ready for a day off so I can put some time and energy into Wednesday. So, how about you? And broken AC at work. You know what? You need to go on a cruise.
He just got off one.
2 summers ago.
Yay! Look forward to Wednesday show. Bill should give.
Hey, looking forward to it.
Yeah, Bill, you got a Wednesday show.
We do. Controversial Cruising and myself, we have a show that we do Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and 4 p.m. Pacific Time. And we talk about different topics. And I'm not going to say it just because me and him do it, but I think the show flows really well. If you guys don't know Controversial Cruising, you should get to know him. He's really focused. He's passionate about cruising. He's been on a lot of cruises, not as much as me, but he's been on a lot of cruises, and he has a lot of good information. I think we have a lot of good information, and I think our show does well. But again, it's kind of like this show tonight. I think this show, I really enjoy being on this show. And even though we've been on here for over 3 hours, I never got bored. I felt like I was, invested in it. Anyway, that's kind of like our show on Wednesdays. And I don't know what the topic is going to be for this week. The brains of the operation is controversial cruising. And then I just come on. That, yeah. I come and do the talking, and he comes up with topics. But anyway, I think we really do well together. I think you guys will enjoy the show if you come in Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern and 4 p.m. Pacific Time.
Yeah. No, the last one was great. I mean, the chemistry was there. It was great. Like, I enjoyed it. So definitely check that out.
But I would love to talk. Like, I just love talking. Well, first of all, I love talking cruising. If you have cruising questions and things like that, you could keep me here all day because I just love talking cruising. And that's what's so great about him is, we play off each other, and he knows a lot about cruising. I know a lot about cruising, and I really enjoyed it. I don't care if nobody came to the chat. I would be there just talking cruising with him because it's just so much fun to me.
Yeah. Jen says, anytime at Rock the Boat, if you ever need a live buddy or have any questions, let us know. Yeah, we're here. He says, however, just hashtagging anything may not be useful. It's hashtagging keywords and keywords relevant to your content. Yeah, so they have like you can Google search like hashtag generators that are relevant but also are popular at that point in time. You can also look at your YouTube studio, and I think you can look at something like that as well. But yeah, you want it to stay relevant to what you're talking about. It's a combo of both.
It is. I mean, and there's just so much. I mean, there's so much to learn on these YouTube streets. Yeah. But again, for me, it's about the cruising, and I love talking cruising. It's a passion.
Yeah, I agree. I enjoy it. Bill does use clickbait. He uses click Bill.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Scott, you lost me on that one.
All right. Even though it's free and not 100 accurate, YouTube's research tool in the Studio app can be helpful and useful. Yeah. Also, having TubeBuddy kind of helps too sometimes with that. It used to help me a lot with thumbnails, but
Yeah.
I also use you'll see me use Canva as well.
Same here.
Canva's pretty good. They offer a lot of free things, or you can go to the subscription side and you can find a whole lot of things too. I started seeing if Chloe pays attention to the thumbnails because I noticed she solely picks based on the thumbnail. Yes, it's true. Like she will literally grab the remote and click whichever one she finds the most popular. Not just from my stuff, but like whatever Paw Patrol or whatever she watches at the time. Oops. Bill, that is a controversial comment coming from you. What did you say?
I don't know. I was talking about because I didn't understand what he was saying.
The ones
I don't know.
The ones they show is high energy, very fun to watch. I agree. I'll have to check it out. Check it out.
I really do like it. I mean, and I know I'm part of it because, and I know you probably think I'm biased, but again, I think it's a good show, and I think the last show was about Margaritaville. Scott just got off Controversial Cruising. His name is Scott. He just got off Margaritaville, and picking his brain as far as how his opinion of Margaritaville really made it helpful for me whether or not I wanted to go on that cruise ship. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. I really loved talking to him. He had a lot of knowledge on it. I'm not going to tell you about what his choice was as far as this ship because you got to go watch it to find out. But it was good. It was good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely one of those things where I wouldn't knock it until I tried it, and it's definitely something to look forward to.
I would definitely want to try it. But again, say Carnival again. You're messing up Carnival. If you want me to say loyal to Carnival, crazy for Carnival, you need to give me better deals because right now you're chasing me away. You got me going to Royal. You got me going to MSC. You got me going to Holland. If you had given me good deals, I wouldn't be there, Carnival. It's your fault that I'm cheating on you.
He's gonna go to work. Have a good night.
Good night.
Yeah, and I agree with you. I mean, you go where the deals are at. I mean, if you're getting good deals on MSC or Royal or Norwegian,
yeah.
I feel like as a travel agent, it's good to branch out and try other
it is.
other cruise lines, so you get a taste of not only does it help you kind of like decide for your new clients, what if they have like, hey, what would you recommend? You could say, hey, for you, I would recommend this cruise line instead of over this cruise line or whatever.
Well, and again, it's the kind of the thing. It's like being a travel agent. If you want to be passionate about something, and it's hard to be passionate about something that you've never done.
Yeah,
it would be like me trying to sell a scuba diving trip. I don't know anything about scuba diving. I mean, I can look it up here. I can read what's on the paper. I could read what's in the article. I could tell you all that, but I couldn't tell you anything. But now, if you ask me about cruise ships, well, now I can. Well, what do you like to do on a cruise ship? You like to be around people? You don't like to be around people? Do you like kids? Do you don't like kids? And now I can have a discussion because I've gone on cruises and I've researched a lot of cruise ships, so I could actually have an intelligent conversation about it. So, with that being said, being a travel agent, I would think the more that you do, you've been to Disney World, you've been to Carnival Cruising, you've been on Royal. Now, when people come to you and talk about it, you can give firsthand knowledge of it.
Yeah,
that always helps.
Yeah, it helps a lot. Let's see. Oh, you got a question, Bill. Are you looking for an offer for the 31 specifically?
Not really. Yes, I mean, I really want the 31 day, but I know I look all the time for any longer length cruises. I started 2 years ago, 22. I went on a 23-day cruise, and then 23 I went on a 22-day cruise. Well, I did a back to back, so it's 29 days, and I found that I love the longer cruises. So if there was an 18-day cruise or a 21-day cruise, I would hop on it in a heartbeat if it was a good deal, Lisa.
Since my deals are not as good, I've gone to Royal, NCL,
Yeah.
and Tennessee because
Yes.
I want to try them out. Yeah, I mean, we're not. Well, I'm not. Well, I don't know about Jen, but we're not really, loyal to, just one particular cruise line. We want to branch out. We want to see what others have to offer, and who knows? We might like Royal, or we might like Norwegian, or we might like them all.
Right.
Never know until you try. I found by searching the offer under duration and found it in there. I've been looking for a while, and 31 wasn't offered. Just a 15 and a 30.
I go there almost every day, Lisa. And the only one that I have now is the Venetia 10 and 11-day cruise.
The 31. Then one day the 31 had opened up, same offer, but they opened the 31. I don't know, because mine disappeared after a certain amount of time too. When I wanted to do that 12-day, it disappeared after a while. Yeah. Bill, I forgot you might know this answer. My first cruise ever was a Hanna-Barbera cartoon cruise back in the 90s. My parents swear, but I can't find any info. Do you know what line did this?
I have no idea.
No.
Banana Splits. I used to love watching that in the afternoon. I think it came on the afternoon show, but Hanna-Barbera. No, I'm thinking of Banana Splits. So, this is a company. They had the morning cartoon shows. No, I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm rambling.
I would have to Google it if they had it.
Yeah.
It sounds like a themed cruise, but I don't know. I've never heard of that. Hanna-Barbera, that's like the Flintstones, isn't it?
I believe so.
The Flintstones.
They were. When I was a kid, they had a ton of cartoons.
No, they did.
Okay, stop laughing, Andrew. I don't know how you kid. Well, see, the kids nowadays, you have like stations dedicated to cartoons. Every Saturday morning, we would get up Saturday morning to watch cartoons because that was the only time it really came on.
Yep.
So I mean, Saturday morning was a big time for kids to watch cartoons because it was the only day. Now you have Disney channels and Cartoon Network and all this. Even though don't watch Cartoon Network after a certain time because yikes.
Yeah, that was with us. We were, like you said, that Saturday was the only time they showed them, and it was usually Saturday morning, starting real early till noon.
Yep.
And then
noon till noon.
Yep.
And then it was adult time, and it was just like, oh well.
That was still like that in the 90s. The 90s were almost like that. Like we only had like a couple channels, and when they had the cartoons, it was mostly like Tom and Jerry and like the Flintstones and the Jetsons and stuff. It wasn't like, you remember like the 4 channels.
Television didn't go on for 24 hours. At a certain time, they went off. They played the national anthem as it goes off.
Yeah, and then you had to aluminum foil the satellite antennas.
I'm gonna tell you how old I am. I can remember my parents. We had an old black and white TV, so this had to be a long time ago. Anyway, they had a piece of plastic that was blue on top, clear in the middle, and green on the bottom. So that way you could have the sky clear and then grass. That's I can remember that.
Oh wow. Yeah, we used to have one that was it was like one of those TVs that was built in, and it had like flat, like on top, and you could like it was like a compartment on the inside, and you could lift it up and like store stuff.
Do you remember the ones that had the stereos included, like the TV and the stereos also?
Yeah,
we had one.
That's
Record player and whole 9 yards.
I have, I received a record player, and I have a whole bunch of stuff like records, and it's always interesting to me. I don't really use it often, but here's the point. Like us, you're not cruise line loyal. You are, however, cruising loyal. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where sometimes people look for the best deals, and sometimes people are just strictly loyal to that cruise line because they love it so much. We're on the where the deals are at, or what they have to offer.
Well, I mean, years ago, prior to, and we're talking about U.S. cruises, prior to like 2008, 2007, right around that time, all the cruise ships were pretty much alike. I mean, basically, they all had good food and they all had good entertainment. They all kind of were the same. Royal came out with the Oasis of the Sea, and that was like the game changer. And now you see all these other cruise ships coming out with all these other fancy cruise ships. But that start was that Oasis class ship. And that's when you started going to different other cruise ships. Other than that, yeah, you cruising is cruising. It didn't matter. Carnival was always a little cheaper, it seemed.
But I think times have changed. Like, I think it's just, they see that the more deals they give out, the more they can have you come back, and stuff like that. Oh, I think you found it. The Dolphin Cruise Line SS Seabreeze.
That really sounds familiar. Controversial.
That sounds very familiar. That sounds like a decommissioned ship. That's what that sounds like. Like, it's not there anymore. I tried to Google Santa Barbara cruises, but I only found an amusement park. It's closed now, but that was all I found. Where Santa Barbara amusement park? That sounds so familiar too. I don't
know. Everybody in the chat, we're at 28 likes. We would love to get to 30. So if you haven't hit that like button, can you hit that like button for us, please? Thank you so much. And I'm looking at Embarkation Nation's chat. Tony, I don't have your chat pulled up, but you can like on both channels. But let's get Andrew up to 30, right, Andrew?
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Thank you. Yeah, I've been chatting away.
You probably haven't even liked your own channel yet either.
I didn't.
So that's 29 right there.
I didn't. I'm awful.
So we need one more people. It's supposed to help with the algorithm and all that other good stuff with YouTube. It's like, whoa, people are chatting, which you guys are doing a good job chatting in the chat. And when you chat, it shows like interaction, and it's like, hey, people are interested in this chat. Let's send more people that way, or let's recommend it more.
Yeah.
Same with the likes. It's like, wow, there's a lot of people seem to like this. So please, if you don't mind, hit the likes. Get us up to 30 at least.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Thank you. Hanna-Barbera was like all the cartoons, Jetsons, Flintstones, and more.
Yeah.
I just found it with the Flintstones because Andrew said it. I totally forgot about them. Yeah, the Flintstones. I used to watch those all the time. Yabba dabba doo. Thank you, Andrew. Park was located in Spring, Texas.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about right. Well, we made it to 3 hours and 31 minutes. I think I'll call it.
Now call it a night.
I think I'm gonna call it a night. Yeah, we've been on for quite a bit. And
Well,
I'm
good,
tired.
good. And just think, we got to do it all again tomorrow.
Yeah, Jen has to do it all again tomorrow.
Uh,
I might do some. I might play some games, maybe.
I definitely would, especially you need watch hours.
Yeah.
If you're going to play a game anyway, I definitely would. I did that, and I mean, again, I got views because I did that Xbox. I learned how to stream from Twitch, and then I shared out the page on YouTube, and I was able to do it. It wasn't the clearest picture, but again, people came, got views, got watch hours. It worked.
Yeah, but yeah, I just want to say thank you for coming into the lives, and thank you for everybody for showing up and watching and enjoying, and thank you, Bill, and thank you, Tony, and thank you for keeping the conversation going.
Yep. Well, thanks for having me up here. I appreciate it, Tony. It's always a pleasure. Everybody in the chat, appreciate talking to you guys. And until we do it again, Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 4 p.m. Pacific Time. Make sure you come check out Controversial Cruising and Warm Strong Adventures. You'll love it.
Yes. Be sure to be there. Until next time.
Talk to you later.